They brought that on themselves that time. That's the end of their... Whoa! Hail the new arena champion!
3,
and one of the most well... And
2,
the pincers holding what's
1.
left of it. And that was sore whirring. Each of those crates worth 10 points on your score in collateral damage if you destroy them. 5 for just damaging. Time's up. It's gone to a judge's decision. Not this time, but I'm sure they'll be back for another try. At the covered in the mace is on target. Not much damage. Having trouble getting the lance. Covered in. Oh dear. Up and away. It's armed with a large built-in flipper that can lift over 100 kilos. No one is... It should be straight back in. They're well armoured with that Kevlar and titanium aluminium alloy. One of the least expensive robots in the competition, this one, but a better luck next time. Just not quite nippy enough to see off. And as the time runs out, we have an undisputed... It has a heavy-duty torch cutter designed to blast molten metal and gas. And it's a highly thought... Driving straight into the switch on the arena wall. You'll have to try harder. And looking for a good scrap in the scrapyard. Here's a robot. 20 points for causing damage to the chimneys. They're tough, so make sure you're up to the challenge. 50 points for... It's a terrifying two-theme. Time's up! The bomb explodes! And another competitor is left. To rush through which robot? The motor's blown! And the source! A wet robot. It's not... Can they rescue themselves? The heater, wasting the armoured shell. The chainsaw, having great difficulty getting... There goes the glass! Here comes Bash with his cutting pincher. Ooh, look out, it's back. It hits! That's just a scratch as the spikes. Matilda daintily lines them up by the pit. Thank you very much. Oh dear. Remember, mate, don't play near the airlock. Immediately attacking. The armoured in lightweight titanium. Burn right. It's armed with a 30-centimetre titanium spike. Driven forward. That's the end of the final. Only one robot remains. Victorious. The rest. The titanium armour provides a good degree of protection from cutting. 100 points for the great... Let the war. The Perspex armour, a good defence against trying to cut its way through. The foam gun's a fun touch. Should be 30 points so far. Our arena champion retains the title, but this challenger will be back for another try. And I think it'll be shielded with Kevlar and titanium aluminium alloy. This is a real mess. Have the judges made a decision? They have! And to their relief, well, time's up. And the judges have decided again. Ever been rammed by a juggernaut? The missile, the blades clatter. They've met their match. More than their match. The flywheel misses. A huge Panzer Mark IV. Capable of giving and receiving tremendous punishment. Beware of this robot. Not sure if this one will be a match for the competition today, but mind the welders. Just a scrape. No damages. I'm blowing up from the damage taken. The drinks vending machine has served its love. The blades grind round, trying to get into 3 6-volt batteries. Lots of... The vampire hardly... They've cut through. Some damage. You don't want to get in... The primary weapon on this robot is the steel mace, which can be used to ram or swing. There's the goals they're aiming for. Get the ball in there and score points here. In the robot, having trouble getting 50 points as the fridge full. Oh no! The engine's searing flame catching them full on. Can they serve the arm? Place no power to the flywheel now. There'll be no more spinning. Opponents will want to keep well clear of the scoop, else they might find their world turn. The full 80 points for total destruction. It has a pneumatic drill with a hardened steel drill bit. It can drill away at around about 180 RPM, causing internal and the airlock's malfunctioning. Everything is just sliding out of the door. Oh, this is a disaster. Not quite a knight in shining armour, but a deadly robot. No one will save you. The spike perforating the armoured shell. It does charging. There's the goal, set at one end of the subway arena. Quite a challenge. Bullet triangle shape. It's quite unusual to see this kind of style. Should it do well, the polycarbonate bash and bump. The pincers giving out the punishment as they stop. Punch. The drill can do considerable damage. Trying to push it into a sticky situation with the pincers, but it didn't quite. Get ready, robot ears. It's time for some frantic... Looks strongly bit. This show isn't over. It can continue. Shiver me timbers. A nautical and dastardly... Tough to cut into this shunt. flops them onto the arena flipper. It's time. The remaining robots. Oh, that was the motor going. They're going to lose the use of... And it comes in to cause pain. Not far enough to cause internal damage this time. Just make... Look out below! Oh, dear. How? You can just hear that tim... Let's hope they don't lose their grip on gravity here during the sumo battle. They need to stay on... The blades. Slow to a standstill. The moat slamming in. You can see it start ramming in. Body splash. This rope kitted out with a fiberglass armor layer means it's ready to give and take. It's armed with large pneumatic pincers fed by perilously close to falling in that paint dipper. You really don't have time for a new paint. Stuttering a little as the tough metal One to look out. Our survivors continue to the knockout round. Wouldn't like to be cleaning the debris from... And the crowd goes wild. And off to the missile rack. They can really cause... Well, I'm not sure they meant to do that. Up they go. And where they end, well, wherever it is, this fight is over and the winner emerges. And well done. Good night. God bless. Time to go. Can't seem to do any damage. Perhaps they need to get... The flames aren't having much luck. No real armor. Just a wood. It slips through the pincer's grasp. The steam jets have blown their last farewell as they fail. Here it comes again, trying to... Perspex armor. Good protection. Now this is nuts and bolts. A shabby contraption with a feather duster too. Is it going to tidy up after itself? The team tell me someone will have to when they're finished. And that's right behind the crane is the switch to activate it. Are they looking for the... And the impact causing some... The house bots will have their work cut out if they try and put this fiberglass robot, forcing the... In comes the torch cutter. This could be bad. And that's a good shove. It looks like that gave it trouble. Matilda is vicious to say the least. It's a battery-driven robot with a thermonuclear starter motor. The weapons at its disposal are hydraulic-powered tusks and a hugely... Robot Wars at its finest. It's great. And that's the end of their bid in this endurance contest. But I'm sure... Coming in for the kill! Well, there could be curtains if they end up down there. 2 6-volt sealed lead-acid batteries in... Not quite managing to reach it. The polycarbonate shell standing up well. No chance of this robot getting cold with a giant bar heater attached to it. Can it make it... The power seems to have been damaged. And that's the... Oh no! That's terrible! They've driven... Both being very capable. Will it all be... It's armed with an electric pickaxe that can strike 3. The drill failing more lights than a disco. This is Robot Wars. Not your Saturday. The crowd want them in the pit. The pincers did enough damage to get the 20. The tank's blown. That's the end of... Come on. The fans can blow you upwards if they have enough power, so be careful. Otherwise you might end up... This robot looking forward to the new challenge according to the team. Space. The final frontier for... And even the powerful circular saw having trouble... And it drops! Well, it's called the drop zone. Time's up! And it's going to the judges. It's a win! A win and well... And... Oh dear! That looked terminal! I don't think it'll be... What an amazing display! It's like something you'd see in a war movie. It's a... Oh, well, there's an awful lot of damage going on here. They should practice your driving. This, the sergeant seems to think it's... Flight trick. Not hitting a vulnerable area. That's it. It's over. And we have an Annihilator winner and a welder covered in bulletproof glass for good protection against spike. Can they get past the house robots? The lawnmower blades just grazing the surface. The pneumatic battering ram is the primary weapon, designed to beat a well-earned 10 points. It's all over. No need to go to the judges. We have a conclusive... There goes the switch. Have they caught anyone on? Keep clear of the CPZs. Very dangerous. 30 points going for damaging the car, or 100 if you trash it completely, although the axe flies past. We're out of time, and the judges need to choose a winner. And they've chosen... It just couldn't hang on. I think it's fair to say the best robot, and... Oh my! Someone's pressed the switch, and the car's dropped. They want another piece of... Oh no! The crusher switch in sight. Not in reach if the house robots have... The judges have to decide. And unfortunately, there has to be a loser. Its primary weapon is a twin pair of titanium. The magnet's coming down on them. A good try, but not the sumo arena plinth awaits our challenges here in outer space. Are they ready for this ultimate strength and tonight? The robot covered in aluminium armor. And that's it! Causing damage as it starts to... 5 points for the damage to the barrel. 10 on offer. Right behind the crane is the switch to activate the crusher. If any. Frying tonight? This is one hot tournament in the New York subway. Oh, look out! Could be a massive 200 points for destroying the watchtower! Tim, nowhere near. Better stick to cutting grass. No one can see flames everywhere as this determined... That's it, time over. And our winners go through for another round of robotic demolition. Better luck next time. Oh, and hard luck. I'm sure they'll be back to... Can they melt the polycarbonate? The carbon steel cutting disc is the primary weapon, of course. And extremely... A New York subway train tragedy. If you don't want this to happen to you, that van door's a real... Just imagine the kind of force that hammer can deliver. One of these robots might... Keep an eye out for the house robots escaping from behind the laser barriers. They don't like a scraping of the blade. Just not hard. Here it comes again.
Everyone. Hang on, I've got a new little thing.
3, 2, 1, activate!
As the world spins to its doom towards the end of time, the earth is silent.
Hello, Jesse. Yeah, you are indeed.
Dirty cry.
Hello.
They're back.
They are back. Maybe you were logged on with it. I'm not. I can't even begin to imagine what you might be talking about, Josie. Right. Let's see if this. Hello everyone. I'm in the wrong place. That's a shame. That's a shame. Oh, so yeah, I've not. Hang on. I need to go to HD mode. There we go. Hi everyone. I hope you're well. I hope you're ready for some bonus festive Bobots. Oh yeah, I've just realised now. If there were, I can't remember if there were any Pobot requests from Sunday. I haven't done them. I haven't done them yet. Please remind me what they were, and I will do them again. Or indeed do them a first time. Hello Catbox. Ho 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 bot is very good, and I wish I'd thought of that. That's really good. That's really good. Also, annoyingly, someone else has already thought of Happy New Gear for Sunday. So I won't use that out of respect. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it, buddy? Yeah. Who would have thought it? I've just realised I've not got the bingo card up. We will, of course, be using the bingo card to rank the first war, which is what we're going to be revisiting tonight. Or visiting, because I've never actually watched it on stream. I haven't decided yet, Brady, whether I'm going to do a New Year's Bobots. Yeah, exactly. Catbox. No one knows, right? It's a bonus. Yeah, of course. Bread Santa has been avoiding a lot of my content, but that's fine. You know, sometimes people are busy, and that's fine. No, Josie. I don't know if I can show it, but I've got a very plain normal lamp. Oh, I can't really demonstrate it. But it's just a very plain standing lamp that I stole out of a different room. It is a plain Jane lamp, yeah. It is it's a classic KOT approved lamp. Come middle of February, you're back for the Super Bowl. Yeah, I hope we'll still be going them. I might do New Year, New War this Sunday. Thank you, Joseph. That's very kind. Don't talk to me about my plain lamp. Oh, I haven't shown Josie the new Josie. I've done the new Madden players from yesterday, but I don't know how to show. Maybe I'll do. Maybe one of the breaks will go to the Madden break, and you can see if they.
I don't understand how can he be so fast.
Yeah. Thank you, Kate. I'd forgotten about this because I only introduced this yesterday on the on the broadly unpopular Madden stream, but there is a new redeem for when you can't believe something is so fast. I think we've got a lot of the emotions covered now on the alerts. We've got that for something's too fast. We've got one for something's sad. We've got one for something is slippy. I think that is. I feel like that's most of them covered, right? We've got one for celebrating. We've got one for someone knows nothing about manga. I can't imagine what else.
Watch out!
There we go. Yeah,
It's slippy.
That's the one we can use if something's slipping. There we go. There's the one we can use to celebrate. Oh, we've got all the emotions covered.
Kira Toriyami.
You know
Also-
nothing about manga.
Yeah, there we go. There's all the emotions at once. He is funny, Catbox, and who knows? Maybe in the new year there'll be a stream exploring that further. But yeah, there's now a 50-50 chance on the sad alert. There's a 50% chance that you'll get the classic one, and there's 50% chance you'll get that new one where with Vader in, which is quite a niche crossing of references, isn't it? Maybe too niche. Yeah, that might be happening. That might be happening, King of Time. That might be happening. You love the video game niche? Yeah, big fan of niche crossing. Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, That's right. That's right. Tim Cranny, with Tim Cranny, the beaver. Never knowingly not niche. Yeah. I don't know how many people are aware of the Get Well Soon Gorilla Monsoon picture, but it is a very funny picture. Also, do you know who Mick Foley was wrestling when he lost his ear? That was Vader as well. It is a great pick. Right, shall we get into the war? Let's find the war. Yeah, get into the war, yeah. You've been hunter pilled. The hunting game. Yeah. Yeah, Catbox, I'd love to do. That's got multiplayer, right? Yeah, I'd love to hunt. My experience of playing that game. I'm sorry I missed the stream yesterday. My experience of playing that game is I just had a very nice walk through the countryside when I had to go on it. I just had a really nice walk through the countryside, just waggling my gun in front of me. Yeah, it's quite nice. I thought it'd be it's actually, surprisingly, for a game where the intention is to kill animals, it's quite a chill. I think it'd be quite a chill game for a stream. This one, it was just the great. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is before it wasn't called the First War. It was just the Great Bobot War. Yeah, I'd love to get a hunting party together. Doesn't it have a dog DLC as well now, where you can have a little dog with you? I think that's what the game proves, buddy. Yeah, you got the dog. Wonderful. Fishmas was chill, and that was good. Also, I think the people that made that game also did make a fishing game. Right, here we go. Hope you're ready for the first war. Oh, hang on, I've got all my logos out. It would normally be time for the Josie Habation Memorial logo swap, but they're all out. Let's get wrestling away. Right, here we go. Right, here we may actually see you bank the mouse on stream. There we go. We've got our logo sorted. Let's have some audio. Oh yeah, content warning. This does contain Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, Catbox. Don't know. Boo indeed. Okay, you should be getting audio now. Do you want a bit more audio? This feels a bit quiet. Yeah, no Craig. We're getting audio. Perfect. There we are. Classic logo.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've got an alcohol-free Guinness.
Jeremy Clarkson.
Man may have tempered the spectre of nuclear evil, but tonight I have the unenviable task of reporting that warfare has been taken out of man's hands.
I've forgotten this. This might be. As much as I hate Jeremy Clarkson, these intros have got such an odd tone. It's so funny to open what is essentially a kids' show with this. You've got such an odd tone. Let's hear this again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Commander-in-Chief, Jeremy Clarkson.
Commander-in-Chief.
Man may have tempered the spectre of nuclear evil, but tonight I have the unenviable task of reporting that warfare has been taken out of man's hands.
Oh, no.
We're now at the mercy of machines, and a battle the likes of which we've never seen before is about to begin. Outside the studio,
Jesse
women
Clark,
have lashed themselves to the railings. Britain is about to witness the birth of robot wars, which is all about robots fighting.
Sorry,
Men
I'm just gonna
and
shift
women have
this to
spent
the
up to
side.
6 months building these machines, and in the next 30 minutes, most of them are going to be smashed. They're all in the pits now, though.
It is a little bit.
I'm surrounded
Stuart
by
Lee, yes.
36 teams, and over
Oh,
the
here's
next few
Philippa.
weeks, they're all going to be battling for a place in the grand final. They include some of the best technicians, engineers, and radio control experts in Britain today. But even though there's only a few seconds left before the first event, they're still making final adjustments.
It's the world's strongest man's Philippa Forrester.
Each week, we'll take 6 of those teams and let them fight it out here in our underground bomb-proof amphitheatre. They'll be fighting obstacle courses, they'll be fighting each other, and most
yeah, it
worrying
does have
of
the
all, they'll be
tedious-
going head-to-head with pure, indestructible evil. The house robots.
Introducing Shunt, a power-packed robot capable of pulling a Land Rover and cleaving all opponents in two with that sharpened steel axe. Prehistoric Matilda's next up with hydraulic tusks and a
Those
truly
things.
lethal chainsaw tail.
Is this
running at
robot
over
voice
3,000
amusingly
miles
90s
per
enough for
minute.
you?
Keeping order,
Sergeant
Sergeant
Bash.
Bash featuring a savage circular saw and a flamethrower, certain to leave all opponents hot under the collar. And dead metal with the pneumatic pincers and a steel cutting arm. I'm your commentator, Jonathan Pierce, and these are the house
Hello,
robots.
Jonathan.
Now, let's see what the competitors have brought along to match that.
First, from Bodmin Community College, Roadblock.
Weighing in at
Wow.
82.5 kilograms and over 1.45 meters long, all the signs suggest that this is a robot to be reckoned
it's
with,
just-
carrying
yeah.
a deadly circular saw.
From Maidstone, Kilotron.
Don't let the lurid fluorescent paintwork fool you. Weighing in at 72.2 kilos, powered by two
It is
24-volt
Festive, mate,
wheelchair
yeah.
motors and featuring a
Hello,
mighty
iPad.
pickaxe. Kilotron bound to tickle his opponents more than pink.
From Hagley Roman Catholic High School, Barry.
This school-based engineering project features a pneumatic bulldozer-inspired scoop and is powered from two 24-volt wheelchair motors. Barry packs a real punch and is the heaviest robot in the field.
It's Barry, yeah.
From Nottingham, Shogun.
Built around a complex chassis
Oh,
featuring
dear.
two Sinclair C5 motors and a two-stage
I think-
gearbox.
I think-
Shogun can
I
achieve a
think we
maximum
can
speed of
cross,
7 miles an hour, and weapons include a motorized forklift and the honor of the samurai.
Do we think
From
Peter
Dublin,
Fairbrother
Nemesis.
Surrounded by
is,
lethal stainless steel spikes and a pneumatic
is
ram,
one of
this
the Shogun?
fur-covered robot isn't as cuddly as it looks. Weighing in
Hey,
at 76.8
it's
kilograms,
the
Nemesis
Deer
lets
Tour
uphold
guys.
Celtic honor here on Robot Wars.
From Coventry, Grunt.
Finally, tonight's fastest robot.
Yeah,
with a
Nemesis
top
was
speed
their
of 50
first
miles
robot,
an hour,
Jonesy,
running
yeah.
off two 12-volt wheelchair motors with a 0 turning circle and 3mm ground clearance. Grunt is definitely lean,
Grunt.
mean, and deadly keen. Back to you, Jeremy.
The actual
Yeah, the
structure
Pride
of
of
these
Ireland.
wars is very simple. There are various disciplines and the loser from each is eliminated. Surviving robots then fight each other, and the overall winner from tonight will return at the end of the series for a grand final.
Don't remember,
On now,
Katie.
though,
Let's look
with
out
the
for
first
it.
discipline.
Oh, I like
This is the gauntlet, and you can run it almost any way you like. It's up to each roboteer to choose which route is the best according to their robot's hidden talents. First of all, though, they have to get off this spinning carousel. Then, do they choose on my right, this maze? But you
Yeah,
have to
Grunt in
have
the
an
chat for
awful
Grunt.
lot of maneuverability to get round it. Or a seemingly dead space on my left. It's not. It's guarded by the horrible Sergeant Bash. The middle route is the ramp route, but not every robot can get up on and off these ramps. And then there
Gracefully
are the
over
corkscrew
the,
lances, just one of many
over the
hidden
seesaw from
surprises that
Philippa.
can leap out at you if you're unaware. To my right, spikes come up from underneath the floor of the arena. You don't want to be impaled on those. And if you did
Hello,
survive
Deborah.
on my left, a scorching by Sergeant Bash, there's still dead metal who can clamp hold of you. And the might of Matilda waiting. Well, there's one more surprise here in the shape of the pendulum. It
Oh,
can knock
no.
you sideways and send your time rocketing.
Now, roboteers, be prepared to amuse and impress us, but be prepared also
We saw
to be
Philippa's
humiliated.
cinematography on Boxing Day. Jonesy.
Roboteers, stand by.
Okay, right in.
Tender Blewett
Right in for
and Chris
roadblock.
Kinsey from Bodmin attempt the gauntlet for the first time ever.
Our main feature is at the front where we can push with some force, and we hope to create some serious damage later on with our main weapon at the back.
3, 2,
Series 2, I think, Scoon. Second War.
For the first time in the history of Robot Wars, the gauntlet is run.
Okay, the historic first gauntlets.
He does not want to be torched. In goes Matilda. Dead metal is beaten. It's big Chris Kinsey, the tall blonde lad. And this is
Oh.
a good run here by Roadblock. And that's very fast.
There was a
Didn't-
moment there, guys, I thought you weren't going to get off the turntable. Did that go through your minds?
Well, yeah, we were having a bit of trouble getting it straight off. Our main plan was to go over that bridge, actually. As we were steering onto it, we found a gap and went for it.
What were you operating? So you operated the saw. Did you get anyone?
Afraid not. We just were too damn quick.
Very well done. That's a good win.
They were quick. They set the standard.
He's just
first to
too damn
run,
quick.
First on the leaderboard.
Roboteers, stand by.
Have
Barry
2
controllers, 17-year-old
DQs in
Amy
the chat,
Sproat
please.
and Daniel Parry.
Or actually, hit that. We've got an alert for when something's too quick.
1. Activate.
Our second set of A-level students.
Oh, here's Barry. Oh no, Barry.
I don't understand how can he- how can he
Daniel Parry.
be so
to
fast?
Parry with Barry. There they go for the ramp, but they've only got a ground clearance of 6 centimetres. Will that be costly? They've only ever made a cassette rack before and a key
Oh,
fob,
Barry's in
and they're gonna be
trouble.
fobbed off here.
I'll be operating the pneumatic blade that will go down like that, scoop along the floor, and hopefully knock the other robots over.
Decided to go for the big balloon tyres for extra traction. The whole robot works on 24 volts.
There we
And
go.
they need to get those wheelchair motors moving now
Yep.
because Matilda's in and she's hungry for
It was indeed a
rubber.
speaking woman,
And the
Gemma.
pupils
In the
from
very
Hackney
first
High
episode.
seem to me to be left hanging high and dry.
Gone. No power.
Stop and deactivate robots.
Well, you were lucky there because...
I'm not sure, Joseph.
you were
Not,
about to
not someone I remember.
Now, what possessed you to go that way?
We decided to go that way because we thought we could get through, but what happened was, when we actually went over, we got caught on the grills at the bottom, and so it just didn't move.
Never mind. So it's back to embroidery now, is it?
Well, I think so.
Because that's a vicious thing.
Poor Amy
Why-
and Barry, only
why-
2.93 metres. That's vulnerable.
Why did he mention
Roboteers,
embroidery?
stand by.
Yeah, that's
The
what I
Shogun
was
team,
thinking,
Robin
Jason.
Woodhead,
Yeah.
Brian Carrington and Peter Fairbrother, all work colleagues at Rolls-Royce.
Yeah, I was right to tick the. I was right to tick the box,
We've
wasn't
got
I?
some armaments on it. Down this side we've got some tips which are interchangeable, so we can put different spikes on. It's a hydraulic ram. On the front, we've got a couple of forks which can be used for lifting or for anchoring us down onto the ground.
3, 2, 1.
I guess always good to build an anchor in.
So the
Yeah,
Warriors from Nottingham
well,
with
I
Shogun
certainly
with
think
very
we'll get to
little do.
sexism
The
pretty
worst
quickly
runner
each time, you know?
in the gauntlet goes out of course. Wasn't that one in the middle in Star Wars? I'm sure I've seen him somewhere before. Shogun. Oh, off the ramp, officer! Breathalyze that driver! Matilda's there!
Oh, well, you're right there. Humiliation reigns supreme.
I think so. You're not going to get out of that one. Not with Matilda.
Stop and deactivate robots.
I did warn you that humiliation was an option, but I bet you couldn't have foreseen it would end like that.
No, if you don't try, you don't win.
So what happened?
If you don't try, you don't
response to
win.
the right turn wasn't fast enough and it slipped off the edge.
And unfortunately, the house robot failed to write it for you.
I don't think he was trying to write it. I think he was trying to damage it.
I think you're probably right. Still, all is not lost. That's not a
Look
bad
at this
distance.
sparkling banter.
10.71 metres. Enough to put them in second place. They're through.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Nemesis team from Dublin, controllers Peter Redmond and William Murphy, aviation technicians backed by engineer Joe Gavin.
Nemesis' primary weapon is a pneumatic ram, 150 psi pneumatic ram. Even though we might look furry and friendly, we've got a 2mm stainless steel can. We're going to take plenty of bashing.
Oh yeah, those are in Scooby, you're right. Those are matching outfits. Yeah.
The Dublin boys with Nemesis. Haven't they got good taste? Red and black polka dots and that ghastly grin and red fur, surely vulnerable to flame, I would have thought. But this is a good run. Already Dead Metal's out of it. Look at that horrible grin. And Matilda waits. And
Yeah, that is good, isn't it, JC? Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's a well.
Very good run, and they're through.
Well, that was fantastic. But it is a good piece of fortune you never went near the flamethrower.
Oh, thank God for that. I thought he was going to destroy us.
Marvellous. Good.
Nothing could destroy the grinning red armchair. Nemesis the fastest so far.
Roboteers, stand by.
Here's Grunt.
Controlled by 21-year-old Matthew Dickinson, a radio-controlled car enthusiast.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Matthew Dickinson, 21 years of age, wants to join
Hello.
the army. He's into
Hello, Decepticon.
radio-controlled cars, and that's a good start.
Just in time
By
for Grunt.
Dead Metal with those pincers is foiled, and this is very quick so far. And Matilda's beaten, and Grunt is through.
Oh yeah. You are right.
Choice
You are
of
right,
3
Jason.
courses, and you take on our 3 robots.
It's quicker.
You're not joking. That was a stunning run. Congratulations.
Not quite as quick as Nemesis, though, but Grunt through in second place.
Well done, Grunt.
Roboteers, stand by.
Last to go, Kilotron driver Richard Broad and the father and son
I have
team,
a suspicion
Abdul
about
Degia on the
Grunt,
left,
but we'll just
Ian
see. We'll just
Degia
see
on
what
the right.
happens.
3, 2,
About quite well. There's only one of them.
activate.
The Barry team awaits nervously. They're vulnerable. Kilotron just has 2.93 metres to beat to eliminate Barry. It's done that with that awful fluorescent pink and the dreadful pickaxe. Drivers Abdul and Richard with that sort of weaponry and colouring. I'd go and see a psychiatrist if I was you.
What, because it's pink?
This is Kilotron, and this is why.
That's good.
Impaled on the pneumatic drill and stuck there on the side of the second
That's
lap.
good. Can we see that again?
Ooh, bash with
Can we
the
see
torch
that
as
again?
well.
This is Kilotron, and this is why.
If I was you.
This is Kilotron, and this is why.
Impaled on the pneumatic drill and stuck there on the side of the second ramp. Ooh, bash
Yeah,
with
when
the
you
torch
just
as
you
well.
just swing
It's
an
all
axe
going
around.
Onto my bed springs.
That was almost a
And I can tell
pre-prepared
you they're
bit,
painful.
right? But it's very brief.
You won't beat springs with a pickaxe, boys. What are you doing?
You won't beat springs with a pickaxe, boys.
Well, I think it's fair to call that an X-certificate run there. That was pure violence.
I enjoyed that, but I would have been better to get the other end.
Yeah, it would have been, but you've gone a long way, and I feel sure that'll get you through, so well done. Congratulations.
Yes, the boys with Kilotron last to taste the gauntlet are through in 11.02 metres, but Barry
Barry's
is
out.
eliminated.
I cannot believe Barry the robot is out so soon.
I know, I mean, we just got caught on the ramp and This is the outside of the circuits, and it just went. These things happen.
Are you really disappointed?
Yeah.
The end of round one, let's see how they're doing.
Who's
Guys,
that?
this hammer got you out.
She talked about being
fine
disappointed.
style.
She talked about the ramp.
Sustained a flat tire and a couple of broken wheel trims, but
Nothing you can't recover from.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
Superficial
it's.
damage here. Is it only superficial?
Yeah, it is. It'll be fine. No problem.
Well done.
Thank you. We're really happy.
You must be.
I think we're the fastest wheelchair on earth.
Are we allowed to see your robot with no clothes on?
Oh yeah, he's not shy.
Do you ever take your waistcoats off though? That's what I want to know.
Oh, we had to wear them. The other two team members who couldn't make it made us wear them.
The good thing is though, you avoided the flamethrower.
That's the main thing, yeah. We weren't just a ball of flame down the course.
Just preparing, here we are. Just a quick spray and we're all done.
Do you see what I mean? They're all ready for the next event.
It's good.
Now, I've seen sumo wrestling, and basically it's just two fat blokes in pants leaning on each other. But robot sumo is different because, of course, robots don't wear pants. What happens here is that each of our 5 surviving robots
don't wear
is brought
pants.
onto this raised plinth in turn, where they will do battle with our most powerful
Yeah,
house robot.
you're
He's called
right.
Shunt.
You're right.
If
It
you
is.
were a car,
It is
he'd be a
racist.
tank. Yes, all right.
It's-
We're very
it's-
impressed. Stop it. Sit still. Thank you. Now, the roboteer that lasts the shortest time is history. Well, Shogun's ready, and he's ready, and I'm in the middle. Bye.
Roboteers, stand by. 3.
Shogun, the first to
2,
face the ferocity of
1.
Shunt in the sumo ring. Shogun, you have to stay in the sumo ring for a minute or as long as possible against Shunt. And let me tell you, Shunt can
I would
push
like that,
a
Jesse, yeah.
four-wheel drive off-roader. Good low centre of gravity, only 33 centimetres high, Shogun.
It's staying
That
in
could
there.
be crucial in this round. Slowly edged
And
off
there
though.
we go. Let's go.
22 seconds, I am reliably informed. So how does that feel?
Not good enough.
And what was going to happen if you'd won it?
Well, we had hoped to blow Shunt a kiss as he went over the edge.
Blow him a kiss? Oh, isn't that sweet? But I think he's blowing him a raspberry. Still 22 seconds. Nothing is decided yet. Let's bring on the next one.
The official Robo Wars clock
Is
though,
that a
Jeremy,
pre-prepared bit?
21.51 seconds for Shogun.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
And it's Kilotron in the pink.
I think it counts. Although they didn't actually do it, did they?
Already heads towards the circle though. And Doom. A dangerously high ground clearance of 10 centimetres because Shunt can get in underneath that and push them to the edge of the sumo circle. They're already through though. They're through now. They've beaten Shogun's time. Could they go? Could they go?
Oh, dear.
Almost over. It's the lip of the circle. And they've just stayed in there. Richard Ian and Abdul. Tremendous driving.
Tremendous driving.
Stalemate at the moment. Driving those 24-volt wheelchair motors. And Shunt slowly, inexorably pushes again. Sumo! Kinetron stays its ground. This is tremendous stuff.
Sumo! Let they say it there. Let they say it with sumo.
4 seconds, you can do it. 2 seconds, they're going to go through. It's a marvellous run.
What a run. Yeah, sumo indeed, Dan. Yeah.
Nothing ever needs a job
Yeah,
on a
Scooby
road
right, sumo.
site.
that was interesting, wasn't it? God.
It was interesting. I'm glad you haven't even inflicted any damage on
I
mine,
know
though, which
it
is
was
delightful to see. But you lasted
Yeah.
a minute. Well done.
Brilliant. Really enjoyable that was. That was great. Thanks.
Tremendous run. They survived the minute they're through, but Shogun a wee bit nervy.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
Someone's making a noise, isn't it?
I think that
They do look a bit like lads, don't they, do
wedge
it?
on the
Yeah.
front could
Not
be
do it,
crucial
sorry.
here. The scoop
Spoon.
up and under Shunt. Good driving at the moment. And Hender Blewett and Chris Kinsey, who built Roadblockers an A-level
Yeah,
project down in
I
Bodmin.
think you're right. For the bit of font, yeah, this bit, the red and black, yeah, I think that
That's a little
counts.
bit like a bullfighting matador contest out there. They're already through.
They absolutely have. Oh, they're going to get it.
Look at this.
They've got it.
Shunt's gone. And Death by Glory. They've gone too.
Death by glory.
Well, unbelievable. We don't know what the rules say. The rules say you won.
Excellent.
They'll all say you're through, you've got him out within the minute. That must be incredibly nerve-wracking.
Hello, friends.
Terrible.
Oh,
Can't believe
hello,
it.
Maggie.
He made the mistake.
Thank you for...
Yeah, and we took advantage of it.
What's up?
Honestly, a brilliant
24
show.
months.
Brilliant. Well done.
That's great.
And
Thank
they're
you for
through,
the
but the
support.
fact they went out of the circle right at the end, they're second to Kilotron.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2,
The rules say they won.
1. Activate.
Nemesis gives Shunt the eye, and that evil grin. Those spikes look deadly as well. It's all about traction.
Nemesis
and
is great,
torque.
yeah.
And Nemesis could talk in tongues here because there's a little pneumatic ram shaped like a viper's tongue that can come out any minute and kill off Shunt. Oh, he's not going to go again, surely. We thought Shunt was unbeatable and fearless.
Yeah,
Go on,
Shunt's
get out.
shit.
Talk about living on the edge. And Nemesis surely through.
GFS. Well done, Nemesis.
That was my friend, and you knocked him off.
Yeah, we stuck the tail out with the 3 big spikes and jammed his wheels.
Is that what you did then? You were able to knock him off?
Yeah, well, that's tactics we were working on all day.
This is getting to be a habit. Everyone's killing my mate. I hate you. I hate you for winning that.
Jeremy's friends, electric-driven robots. Interesting. Nemesis through.
Is Jeremy a sore
Roboteers,
loser?
stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Matthew Dickinson has to survive 21.51 seconds with fun to go.
I don't understand how can he be so fast?
You blithering idiot. Could you not see the edge?
Yeah, good.
You did so well in the gauntlet. I mean, like, this is really good steering and then really terrible steering.
It was, wasn't it? It's terrible.
I think you'd better go home, Annie, really quietly, all right? Just sneak away. Now, bend down now.
I think that was a
Over in
fix.
a trice, and Grunt goes in spectacular style. Just 4.1.
It is a fluke win for Shogun, right? I think that might have been one to make up the
Rising
numbers.
along with the levels of activity as they prepare for the crucial semi-finals. Do you want to know who you're up against in the semi-finals?
Yes.
It might help.
It would help.
Kilotron.
I think so, Brett Hunter. I don't actually know, but a one-person team is suspicious.
It's that old fixed smile.
Who are we up against?
Who do you want to be up against?
I'd say we'll have a chance at all of them.
With all of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so it won't matter. Follow me. Down the table to meet your opponents for the semi-final. The Roblox team.
Hi. Trouble is, we just can't seem to make up our mind what blade to use.
Now, all they've got to do, really, is just bash their opponents into several small
The existence of a
pieces
fluke loss
within a
is probably
specified
existence of a
time.
fluke win.
But if
Yeah,
there is no
I think
clear
it might have been a
winner,
fluke
decision will
win
be
for
made by our
Shogun.
panel of adjudicators using 4 criteria: damage, aggression, style, and control. On the left, we have Eric Dickinson, the only British veteran of robot wars in America. In the centre, there's Professor Noel Sharkey, who's head of robotics at Sheffield University. And on the right, there's Adam Harper, who is holder of the land speed record for electric vehicles. The man did 150 miles an hour in a Sinclair C5. The man is certifiable, but he's not as certifiable as our opponents, who will now indulge in the first semi-final.
They are a bunch of dads, yeah.
Roboteers,
Is that judge's surname the same as the driver of Grunt as well? I'm pretty. Maybe I'll look it up later, but I think. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Jason. I was very suspicious.
Boys from Dublin will use the spikes and the hydraulic prong. And Roblox will use that saw, activated by Hender Blewett. And Roblox could choke on a furball.
Yeah, Sean. To make up the numbers, they had to chuck in. They had to chuck in some extra ones that were like just spare robots they had hanging around.
It's gone in with Matilda and the spikes, and it's impaled on the spikes. Matilda's saw and that vicious tail. This could be a tail.
Yeah, there we go.
Saws. Roadblock away. Now attacks Nemesis again. Gets underneath.
He was the son of the judge. Oh, hang on, we're going to see some fire. We're going to see some fire. Hey, there we go. Yeah, definitely in the first series, Sean, that they didn't have enough to fill the series. Or I suspect there were people and then their robot just broke before the show or something.
Well, as you can see, the soft furnishings are on fire.
It's a good point, Katie, yeah.
Out, so pretty obviously,
Who would you have had on as a war expert? There we go, we've got fire.
That was fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Well done. How did it feel out there?
We absolutely loved it. It's gone from an armchair to a three-piece suite.
Well done. Congratulations.
He's not even
I know who one of the stock robots is because they are immortalised in emote form.
Here, you've put something extra on the end of this.
What?
Those spikes weren't on there before.
Well, it's one of our optional extras.
Roboteers, stand by.
Okay, Killatron against Shogun.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
The aim of the game, to immobilise your opponent. If you can't do that, the judge is looking to score on damage, aggression, control and style. And Shogun...
The graphics are nice on this
game,
yeah.
There's Yoda from Star Wars. I knew he was in that team.
What's he talking about?
Killatron looking the more aggressive with the pickaxe. Shogun trying to evade, but it's got to get out of that space. This is not good driving at the moment. They don't seem to be able to avoid Killatron, who seems to be having something of a fit. Oh,
hello, Bird. It is. This is the first war. This is Robot Wars Series 1.
For the kill.
Oh no, Ajax.
And again. Oh, and the sergeant's lost its saw.
Oh dear. It didn't seem very safe.
I enjoyed that. You put your pickaxe, which I like a lot, incidentally, through his skin.
Oh yeah, sorry, Bird. Jeremy Clarkson's on this one.
Bad about that.
I'll bet you do. I bet you're going to really regret it all the way through the next round where we'll see you.
Outrageous damage has been done to the bottom end of Killatron.
Isn't it? So whether a piece is penetrated in some way, knocked a wire off.
Do you think you can be ready for the final now?
No trouble.
How come you ended up on the grill?
We had problems with the speed controller. We burnt one of them, we put another one in, but it didn't match. Consequently, we didn't have the right-hand turning capacity that we thought we had. They were just not matched.
Oh dear. Didn't match the speed controllers.
Just a few seconds until you go on. How's it going?
Well, everything seems to be working fine and we're looking forward to getting out there.
Tactics?
Straight in, straight out.
Killatron, how's it going?
Very well, very well. We just hope the batteries hold out and our tactics
straight in,
work
straight
out.
out.
Right.
What are your tactics?
Well, it depends what way they come at us, really. We just have to see.
Oh boy, am I looking forward to this final. We've got Killatron and we've got Roadblock. And I need to be about 500 miles away. You ready, guys? Yes? Yes?
Yeah, says so in the chat, yeah, straight in, straight out. I'm not sure what he means by that either.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, here we go, it's the finals.
Killatron against the battle.
Yeah, they are short screen. They're about half an hour. That's why I think we probably can get through them in one stream. Yeah, maybe do it. Yeah.
Distant memory. But that scoop's so important again. Getting in
underneath.
Killatron and the Trojan team befuddled at the news. And in comes the sergeant with the torch.
Oh.
The Roadblock boys.
We've got
Controlling this fight at the moment.
Stock Bobot kayfabe info.
Killatron's on the run. It's piggyback time.
Oh.
They're in and underneath Killatron. It's only a question of time. They know it. Killatron will be in for the big, big flip. They're gonna flip him. No, it's all over. Roadblock the winners.
To be fair, Jonathan is working hard on that one.
Leaping about in a sort of football type way. They enjoy that.
I loved every
Sorry.
second.
Can we just listen to confirm lad Jeremy Clarkson here?
Leaping about in a sort of football-type way. They enjoy that.
Leaping about in a football type way. I like Keir Starmer.
But particularly the second when it fell over, yeah?
That's what we were looking for all day.
Yes, I think I've fallen down the same rabbit hole before, JC.
They've been cocky in the pits, and now they're over. They're upside down.
You're through to the big grand final. Congratulations. Okay, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Oh, it's not as good as Craig, is it? Yeah, exactly, Tippett, yeah.
We've done it. We did it. I think we've just won Robot Wars.
No, didn't kiss his fingers, didn't do a little rhyme. No offer for us to join the Robot Wars Club. Rubbish. Right, okay. Yeah, let's get through these, right? I'm going to take a quick break. I'll come back. We'll come back with episode 2. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He hasn't got time to kiss his fingers. He's got to get down. He's got 5-a-side with the lads. Who was it? Oh yeah, Maggie subbed. If Maggie wants to suggest a Bobot, they absolutely can, and I will work on that for next time. Right, I'm gonna take a quick break. Oh, actually, do you want to see? Hang on, have a look at. You can see the new ones of these. There's Agnes. Right, I'll be back in a minute.
We are the Bears, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good, blowing your mind like we knew we would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
Well, they call me Sweetness, and I like to dance. Running the ball is like making more mans. We had the goal since training camp to give Chicago a Super Bowl champ. And we're not doing this because we're greedy. The Bears are doing it to feed the needy. We didn't come here to look for trouble. We just come here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
This is Speedy Willie, and I'm world class. I like running, but I love to get the pass. I practice all day and dance all night. I gotta get ready for the Sunday fight. Now, I'm as smooth as a chocolate swirl. I dance a little funky, so watch me, girl. There's no one here that does it like me. My Super Bowl shuffle will set you free.
I'm Samurai Mike, I stop 'em cold. Part of the defense, big and bold. I've been jamming for quite a while, doing what's right and setting the style. Give me a chance, I'll rock you good. Nobody messing in my neighborhood. I didn't come here looking for trouble. I just came to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
We are the Bears, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good, blowing your mind like we knew we would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
I'm the punky QB known as McMahon. When I hit the turf, I've got no plan. I just throw my body all over the field. I can't dance, but I can throw the pill. I motivate the cats I like to tease. I play so cool, I aim to please. That's why you all got here on the double to catch me doing the Super Bowl shuffle.
I'm mama's boy Otis, wanna be kind. The ladies all love me for my body and my mind. I'm slick on the floor as I can be, but ain't no sucker gonna get past me. Some guys are jealous of my style and class. That's why some end up on that. I didn't come here looking for trouble. I'm just getting down to the Super Bowl shuffle.
Georgia. So bring on Atlanta, bring on Dallas. This is for Mike and Papa Bear Hallis. But I'm not here to feathers ruffle. I just came here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
I'm L.A. Mike and I play it cool. They don't sneak by
Right,
me
but-
because I'm no fool. I fly on the field and get on down.
Yeah, I quite like
Everybody
both
knows
highlights.
I don't mess around. I can break them, shake them in
Some
a
41 basis, but he goes right, right, okay.
and make them pay. So please don't try to beat my hustle, because I'm just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle. We are the best.
Oh, that sounds horrible, doesn't it? I'm sorry. Sorry. Shall we reset the bingo card per episode, or shall we have one? Shall we see if we can get? Do we think the full series may have a full bingo? You don't think you can watch the Exorcist 2 and be scared? Oh, what? No, because of the Super Bowl shuffle. Yeah, I'm going to do a reset. Okay. Hang on. Oh, no, that's not what. Hang on. Here we go. Let's get this resetting. It's resetting right now. There we go. Reset. You say keep it to see if Clarkson can fill it. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it... I think we'll see a lot of those again. Right, okay. Let's get back into this. Episode 2. It will be interesting to see how many... We may have been spoilt with an early Bechdel pass. We'll see. Yeah, that's good.
Last week, the nation trembled as 6 mighty fighting
nation
machines were
trembled.
unleashed in gladiatorial combat.
It's a bonus Bobot day if I can just look in. I'm sorry, I announced it quite late. I've had a busy day.
Grand final. Who will join him? Let's find out as we get heavy with the metal here on Robot Wars.
I'm watching the first war. With Jeremy Clarkson, yeah. Here he comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Kate AD of Robot Wars, Jeremy Clarkson.
The Kate AD of Robot
A new
Wars.
type of war came out of nowhere and rocked the very fabric of society. When the cruise missiles were gingerly lifted from their silos in Berkshire, we figured the world would be a safer place. But we were reckoning without robot wars. World leaders are in a blind panic. Last week it was reported that Tony Blair actually stopped grinning for 5 minutes. Alexander Haig has flown to Buenos Aires, but that's probably a bit silly because for now the fighting is confined to Britain. Tonight, as usual, 6 robots will face assault courses and head-to-head battles on which they must succeed.
Would you describe
if they
Sean
want to
as the
place in our
KAD of normal
end-of-series
game?
grand final. Let's meet them.
First, from Gillingham, UglyBot.
With a
Okay,
simple
here come
pyramid designed to ensure
our
quicker stability and
heroes.
maximum defense
It's
weight
ugly.
of
Oh, that's a
71.9
face.
kilograms
That's a
runs
face.
off 2 electric wheelchair motors.
That's
And
a
this is
face.
clearly a robot to look out for.
From London,
Oh,
Scrap.
where's the? Where's it gone?
76
What's happened? Sorry. Bear with me.
6.5 kilos.
No.
Scrapper might not be the fastest robot in the field, but makes up for it with speed and manoeuvrability.
Why can't we see the robots? Why can't we see the robots?
Motors give an optimum speed of 10 miles.
Sorry, we will rewind. Yeah, I don't know why this happened. Oops, don't look at that. Okay, we're back.
Robots will face assault courses and head-to-head battles on which they must succeed if they want a place in our end-of-series grand final. Let's meet them.
First,
Okay,
from
here we are
Gillingham,
again.
Ugly Bot.
With a simple pyramid
This is a
design to
face.
ensure greater stability and maximum defense, weighs in at 71.9 kilograms, runs off 2 electric wheelchair motors.
No
And this
problem,
is
thank you,
clearly
Strigan. Thank
a
you for
robot to look
dropping
out
it.
for.
From London, Scrapper.
Weighing in at 76.5 kilos, Scrapper might not be the fastest robot in the field, but makes up for it with speed and
That's sort of a face, yeah, it's got
Variable
eyes.
motors give an optimum speed of 10 miles an hour and a zero turning circle. That can be crucial.
From Mickfield near Stowmarket, Recycle.
Completely
It's not
recycled.
good.
Cost
Oh,
less than £100 to
where
build.
there's Recyclops, it means we have Rex Garrett.
Kilos, certain to give all opponents a licking with his pneumatically driven steel tongue, a reach of over 90 centimetres.
From Dartford Girls Grammar School, Detonator.
This school-designed robot runs off a lawnmower engine and a 12-volt electric motor salvaged from a Vauxhall Cavalier.
we know who
Weighs
this is, right?
2.5 kilos and runs at a steady 4 miles
We know
an hour.
who this is.
From Cambridge University, Mortis.
Carrying a deadly Japanese piercing blade and one of tonight's heaviest robots, weighs in at 78.4 kilos, designed around two 12-volt
Mortis.
wheelchair motors, giving an optimum speed of 9 miles an hour.
From Lee City Technology College, Leebot.
Runs off two 24-volt motors and weighs in at 69 kilos. Leebot travels at a maximum speed of 3 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Fashioned from bulletproof stainless steel. Might not be the fastest and deadliest, but certainly full of surprises.
So there they are. Now let's see how they get on in the first of tonight's events.
This is the Gauntlet, a unique opportunity to see man
Oh,
and
yeah, I think
machine in
you're right,
perfect
Josie.
harmony. At least that's what our roboteers are hoping for, but the path is paved with peril. They have 1.5 minutes to guide their robots to the haven of the finish line, but the strength of Shunt,
Apparently,
the scorch
Scream,
of
yeah.
Sergeant Bash, and the might of Matilda are waiting. May any robot that meets them rust in pieces.
Roboteers,
I don't like to do this to
stand by.
Philippa, but is rust in pieces an
Our
awful
first
pun?
roboteers, 15-year-olds Robin Williams and Chris Malin from Lee City Technology College.
Let's demonstrate some of the features.
So one of these men is Robin Williams.
Here's an arm which comes forward with a weapon on the front, and at the rear we've got a grinding disc for grinding your
Oh, so
position.
look at these shirts.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
And sometimes you've got to grind out results when you don't perform well. Driver Robin taking to the ramp.
Does do a
Ready
lot
to
of
go to
characters,
maze the ramp
Gordy,
or take
yeah.
on the house robot. In comes Bash with the flamethrower. There's the camera on the flamethrower. Oh, blocking tactics by Bash. He stopped the ramp from descending. Now it does. And on it goes this silver woodlouse Leebot. The second ramp
Silver
to negotiate.
woodlouse?
More flame and smoke. What's that though? That's a fun! And smoke does not get in your eyes! Magnificent stuff, and we did not know about that point. Ingenuity and technology, and Leebot beyond Matilda, and Leebot through!
Well done, Leebot.
I didn't think you were going to make it that way. You must be feeling great.
Yeah.
Because you didn't think it was going to get up the ramp, did you?
No, we took it a bit of an angle, and it made it.
Well done. Congratulations.
Let's have a look at that innovative fan once again, clearing the way through the smoke so that the boys could see their way through to the end of the course. First to run,
It was
already
innovative,
there
Timber.
on the leaderboard.
He didn't do anything, did it?
Mike Smith, Mike Rickard and Ken Toogood,
No.
all electronics
You're
engineers
right.
from London.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
They call themselves the On The Edge team. On the edge of the ramp, does it go up there with its
The
maximum
On The Edge
climb
team?
of 35 degrees? Does it take on the house robot Shunt there on the right of the picture? Or does it go into the maze?
And this is Scrapper. We have some lovely sharp blades on the back, which I hope to do some damage with. We have our control panel here that turns all the motors and the power on. We was going to run on plutonium, but hey, we've had to go to batteries. And on the front, we've got some cutting blades, which we hope are going to do a lot of damage.
It also has its two nasty flashing eyes. No, not on him, on that, you see? And it does take on the maze. And this will need some clever driving in there.
The kind of belevelled letter X is
First
good.
area of the maze. A sharp turn required.
That is a bullshit
It's
like
into the
Casey, yeah,
sheet
you're right.
then,
You're
and
right.
this could be lambs to the slaughter.
I mean, it was an
because
attempt at a
Bash and
joke, I
Shunt
think,
are
but
closing in. And it could be roast lamb at that, if the torch comes out, and it does!
Oh dear.
Lamb kebab! That is gallows humour if I've ever seen it.
Lamb kebab.
Well, you seem to be enjoying yourself as months of work was destroyed there. A bit of a change of plan I saw at the beginning, yeah?
A bit of a stuck on the ramp, but we thought, well, what, go for the maze, what the heck? But we got stuck on the rail there a bit.
Well, I think you got stuck as a result of being rammed onto it. Still, you got a couple of feet, so maybe you're not going home.
Scrapper, scorched, stunned, shunted, silenced. 7.4 metres. Will that be enough to see them safe?
Yeah, not here yet, is it, Freddie?
Driver, former TV
Here's
presenter
Rex.
Rex Garrett, and his engineer mate Simon West.
It's called Recyclops because it's made entirely out of recycled materials from scrapyards. It has a quite lethal weapon which comes out and then flips up.
3, 2, 1.
Good work, Rex.
Activate.
So out comes Recyclops with the tongue. Aye, aye. Will he take on Shunt there? Well, he does.
Aye, aye.
A nice little turn of pace beyond the skittles. In comes Bash. And that's finger-licking hot stuff in there. All beyond Bash and Shunt. And there's a lovely little bit of driving and crashes
A
beyond
lovely
the
little bit of driving. Pressed forwards.
Well, you were confident before you started, and now you must be feeling even better.
Not really. I wanted one of them to go over.
It was
You wanted
finger-licking
to
good
turn
stuff,
one
yeah.
of our house robots over.
Well, certainly, that's a game, isn't it?
It's a game, but it's also impossible. Still, well done for finishing. Congratulations.
And finishing in the fastest time so far. Recyclops, top of the leaderboard.
Roboteers, stand by.
Pupils Vicky Allgood and Claire Greenaway, teacher David Crosby, they call themselves the Femme Fatale.
3,
Do
2,
they?
1. Activate.
And they send detonator.
Is she young enough here to qualify as a child soldier
Or
there?
do they?
Do you think?
Because he's stuck.
Yeah, I think
by a
so.
spike. And can't get out
Oh
of the
no.
opening turntable.
Well, this is our robot detonator.
Oh, nice.
Starlight sensor, which is mainly for decoration, but it's also to confuse the opposition. And this is our rammer, which is our main weapon.
Inside, we've got a petrol-driven lawnmower engine to drive us forwards, and at the back, we're going to have another engine to power us backwards.
We're hoping to do quite well in the contest, but we think we do much better at the battle than the obstacle courses.
It won't move. It certainly won't, and it doesn't look good. Poor old David looks about 74, 75, 76. He's a Star Trek fan.
Did they talk to each other there?
Oh! That might actually have just thrust detonator free. Given a
He is
shut
a bit,
now,
yeah.
but back onto the railings. I'll tell you what, David. Nuclear-driven, petrol-driven, electric-driven, doesn't matter. You're not going to get very far. Not now. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, girls!
Stop and deactivate robots.
It was a sort of, yeah, right.
You go to hospital and get your heart mended, and you tell me what that was like.
Awful. it wouldn't steer left at all, and then when we got the spike stuck, it's got totally stuck.
Yeah, with that spike, you must have just thought, that's it.
Yeah, we thought we were dead.
Most people hate the robots, the house ones, but you love them, yeah?
Yeah, I do now.
Well done. Congratulations.
Oh, not quite as far as Scrapper. 7 metres. Will that be enough to save them?
Oh dear.
Listen to that, a round of applause. That's fantastic. I could hardly bear to watch. I didn't want to watch at all.
Well, I didn't want to watch either, but I had to.
This guy was just gone, go, we were like, go, and we just went.
Roboteers, stand by.
Sort of talking about each other
Onyx
there.
academic aggressors Rob Knight, Chris
Yeah,
Salisbury
me
and
too,
Arthur
Jesse,
Chilcott
yeah.
from Cambridge
Just coming in
University.
and shutting him down straight
This is our
away.
robot Mortis. As a tank-style vehicle with tracks, as we reckon it gives it more control. It's very powerful, it's very fast. It has a very, very large axe blade on the front. And for protection we have carbon and Kevlar armour plating, which is very hard indeed. I reckon we're in the chance.
Is that a pre-prepared bit?
3, 2.
Oh, were they all spectacled? Were they all spectacled?
Very fast.
Hang on, let me review. Let's review. They are. Our first all spectacled team.
Blade on the front. And for protection we have carbon and Kevlar armour plating, which is very hard indeed. I reckon we're in the chance.
3, 2, 1.
They absolutely do care too much, yeah.
Very hard.
I'm going to take that straight off. I'm sure it'll become evident.
Quick off the mark.
It is quite a beard scheme, yeah.
Ooh, the flame
yeah, which guy, Josie?
The
beard one?
I'm not too sure. Shunt is there as well. And the axe goes in. And the axe has trapped Mortis, being dragged back there. Now Matilda's in on the action too with the onboard camera. And they are pinned.
Oh dear.
Matilda and Shunt and Bash, the house robots doing a magnificent job.
Yeah, the sexy one.
They're impaling him, pinning him down. And now getting a lick of flame.
I think his name's Rob.
We're not going to let you go anywhere. We don't have to.
Stop and deactivate robots.
That is tough.
And the crowd don't like it. There's Rob Knight's girlfriend, look.
He pinned me with the axe. I couldn't drag him. He was too heavy. I couldn't drag both at once.
You told me it was powerful.
Yeah, it only took 3 to pin us down.
No, well done. A nice beard, by the way. Congratulations, chaps. You got nearly as far as the girls from Dartford.
Yeah, right. Thanks very much.
Actually, just a little bit further.
Did we think that was actually his girlfriend? Or was Jonathan doing a joke?
All 3 robots, and then Jeremy insulted your beard.
Jeremy who?
Robot ears, stand by.
Jeremy who?
Paul Sherwood, the driver, and Colin Faulkner, future in-laws.
Oh,
3,
yeah.
2,
yeah, it was sexism.
1. Activate.
And let's go to the ugly butt. Ball to the ball, to the ball. Driver Paul collects bonsai trees in his spare time. Oh, banzai! In comes Shunt. Paul's a ceiling plasterer by trade. And your robot is being plastered.
Not sure about just shouting banzai either.
He's got to get off that wall.
On the back of it, we've got some extremely sharp cutting discs. We just passed our very sharp cutting blade on the front of it.
I guess so, didn't it?
Inside we've got various batteries, 1 large speed controller, a couple of motors, wheels, and 1 large flashing light, just for a bit of a gimmick, followed by the radio gear at the back.
A bit of a gimmick.
This is UglyBot.
Is putting a light inside your robot a pre-prepared
We
bit?
don't have to wait much longer, Paul. Because you're stuck in the corner and you're not getting very far.
You've got a quantity.
Those teeth look like a pair of garden secateurs to me, anyway.
Yeah, I think they were
Shunt
lads.
is doing his job there.
I think they were lads.
He's certainly earning his engine oil
And I do
tonight.
think that shouting banzai was a bit racist.
Paul stuck fast. Oh, now can he get out though? No, driven back to the turntable.
Oh, they've been fucked over there, haven't they?
It's actually quite good because you have ended up pretty much where you started from.
Yeah, we gave it our best shot.
Okay, you got your bus timetable on. Yeah, there's one goes in a few minutes. I'm sure you'll be on it.
And the popular girls from Dartford saved by an appalling 1.65 metres.
The popular girls?
7 months and all them long nights, and we don't care. We'll be back next year.
Recyclops here. How much damage did you sustain?
Yeah, do you know what?
That's exactly what we like
It is a
to hear.
fluke win
Believe
for
what, you got all the way
Detonator,
through.
right? Because
Congratulations to you.
they were pushed
Girls, how
forward
many
by the
spikes
house
did you lose?
robots, and that team were pushed back.
Knocked out of them. We haven't actually lost them yet.
They're in there somewhere, but they're still here.
And did you get to use your saws on our robots?
Not this time, but next time we will. It's slightly bent, but it's got to be straightened out. We're no problem.
Right, that's one robot gone, and now it's time to say goodbye to another as we play British Bulldogs. This is basically a robotic version of the old school playground game where the robots
I also
have to
like
get
that,
from
didn't
one
it?
side
Yeah,
of the arena
absolutely a
to
fluke
the
win for
other.
Detonator.
The one
Load
that
of shit.
covers the shortest distance or who reaches the line last is eliminated. Couldn't be simpler. Well, yes, except trying to stop them are our school bullies. Matilda, Sergeant Bash, Shunt, and Dead Metal. This is a wall of steel and testosterone. Well, not you, Matilda, but I think people know what I mean.
Yep.
How seriously are you
Another
guys
tick in
taking
the old
this?
sexism there.
Probably a bit too seriously.
A bit too seriously?
Yeah.
Describe what you've done to this robot.
I think everything. We've
Yep.
got
Team
aerospace
cares too
grade
much.
materials off as many people as we could. It's all aerospace aluminium, titanium, carbon fibre, Kevlar, really top grade stuff.
Do you think you can win?
I think we may have a chance, yeah.
Yeah,
Surely,
exactly,
with your
Scott.
power, you should be able to flip it if you come up against Mortis.
Well, yes, I should be able to, but I've got to get the tongue in the right place.
Would you like to be on the receiving end of that?
Well, there's no need to be. You've got wheels, you can get away.
Dartford girls team, what problems are you having? You're meant to be in the arena now.
Steering at the moment, we're trying to get it to steer to the left.
It'll take us about 2 minutes to clear it. We've got to clean the axle brace down a little bit, and that'll give us a freedom of movement again.
Yeah, he's done everything to it, yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Activate.
Let's see if the detonator repairs have worked. Well, it's
Absolutely,
slowly away.
yeah.
In fact, it's not even away. The girl's only 15, and detonator can't even move. Recyclops
Oh,
is back.
dear.
Oh, what a run through by Mortis!
Mortis is
And the boys from Jesus College, Cambridge are there already. That was stunning. Still
Oh,
detonator
dear.
at the start. Poor old David Crosby.
Oh, look, he's not even laid out.
Recyclops against Matilda. Matilda interfering with Recyclops. Ugh, what a dreadful thought. And still detonator right back at the start. David Crosby has had enough. He's gone. Now Scrapper.
Is he a sore loser? Do we think that was that sore losing?
Oh, well, strange, but through nonetheless. Now Bobot.
Yeah, I think so, Scoob. That is sore. That is.
Pyramid is in problems here. Bobot being pushed all over the place. But making steady progress anyway. For its team, watching back in the pits. And slowly, and slowly, and surely, the Woodlouse is through.
The Woodlouse is through.
Look at Matilda there, stopping the progress of all Recyclops.
Oh.
Until then, it's flipped. Well, you got underneath Matilda and flipped her over. She will not be pleased. And back at the start, detonator, still with so many problems.
We do have a line, yeah.
No. Oh, no. Girls, did no one explain you were supposed to be going that way?
Yeah, they did, but our batteries went before we even started.
So you got no control?
I had no control over it at all.
And how much work did you put into it?
Everything. We've been working for days on it.
Oh, that's a disaster. That was an amazing run.
Well, thanks. I saw the robots coming for me, came back a bit, turned, went straight for the end, and it worked.
A lot of time building it?
Yes, about 3 months.
Not much time for girlfriends?
I wish there was.
When you...
What does that mean?
You hurt one of my pets.
I'm pleased.
I'm not pleased. It's got a good weapon on it, though.
Quite good. Quite cool.
Not bad. And you? Any problems?
They absolutely are,
We
don't
were
they?
trying to get
Yeah.
tactics this time and actually went backwards, which it seems to steer better backwards for some reason. So it worked, yeah.
Yeah, well done. It's a good-looking one, that one, too. Congratulations, everybody.
It's such a weird one to be a sore loser about as well, right?
Yes,
Because
they failed to get off the starting
it's
line.
just a
There you
big,
go,
it's just a big
detonator
tin
out.
can.
They've
Like,
given us some great
of course
fun.
it broke.
The batteries failed on it, and before we even started, we didn't notice it. The girls were shouting down, but we couldn't hear because of the noise of the engine. So when we came in to watch the monitor, we say, why isn't it moving? And I think, batteries. So that's the end of it for the girls from the Dartford Grammar School for Girls.
We're going to win next year, though. We're coming back next year to win.
One broken chain, that's all. Nothing else is damaged. But it still killed one while it was upside down. It's not bad, is it?
I just want to ask you, who would you hate to be pitched against for your final battle?
Mortis.
Good news for you then.
It is?
Yeah, you're
Why?
up against Recyclops.
Oh, yes, we can cheer him, no problem.
Yeah.
We'll have him.
I've got a bit of bad news for you guys.
No, he
You're up
doesn't
against
press
Mortis.
us, does he? No.
Great.
What do you think's going to happen?
Get creamed.
I've heard that you think no one can beat you.
That is just so untrue. I reckon if 12 of them got together at once, they'd have a good chance.
Oh, what a prick.
Okay, so we move on
I can't remember, Baldy, but probably.
Which will be
They probably did, didn't they, based on what we've seen there.
Adjudicators. On the left, Eric Dickinson, who once upheld the fine and long English tradition of beating the French when his robot beat a French one in Robot Wars in America. In the middle, Noel Sharkey, who's from Sheffield University's Department of Robotics and Ponytails. And on the right, Adam Harper, who once drove a Sinclair C5, he tells me, through a 70-foot wall of flame. Now, throughout the semi-finals, they're going to be looking for damage, aggression, style and control. Well, I'm going to be standing here hoping that Sergeant Bash flambés someone.
Okay, Recyclops against
Scrapper with 6 menacing saw blades against the tongue of Recyclops.
Activate.
You stick your tongue out at me and I'll wink at you. Ooh, very nice indeed as the two robots come together. Manoeuvring for position at the moment.
It is weird, isn't it? It's like...
Broadside, oh, no, you shouldn't have done
there we
that.
go.
Broadside and the tongue came out.
Well, well, well. That's quite a performance. Old steam train didn't last a second.
Oh, well, that's a pity. I wish I could have a little bit better fight, really.
But it's a very good show.
What happened, guys?
I mean, my words, he was very good. He was very good. I mean, he just tipped us straight over. I mean, it was good to watch.
So you've sustained damage?
It's good to watch.
Oh, not a lot. Nothing what can't be put right with a big hammer.
Okay, here we go. Mortis against the Leebot.
Rob Knight and the Cambridge boys confident with Mortis.
Yeah, I think that's it, Screw, yeah.
Robin Williams and Chris Malon with
Still
Leebot.
sore about Agincourt, which actually was a British win.
Leebot with the angle grinder at the rear, and the Lance with the screw drill and ramming blades to cut and
They've still got their fan attached.
And Mortis with that
I
piercing
think
Japanese
this one,
blade.
there's a bit of iconic Jonathan commentary to listen
Weapon, is
for
it
here.
really? Oh, and that is, look at that Japanese blade thrusting down. Leebot, pepper pot, you could pour pepper out of that Leebot machine now. Look at the holes.
Leebot pepper pot, you could pour pepper out of that Leebot machine now.
Control area in the corner. And the house robot could come in and dance Matilda in there, and there are spikes to come up from the floor. But Mortis is out to attack Leebot again, and underneath Leebot. Could he flip him over? If he does, it's all over. And
there we go. Yeah, Leebot pepper pot, you could pour pepper out of that Leebot machine
I'm
now.
quite surprised. It's a lot tougher than I thought it was.
Good heavens above. Well, you're through to the next round. Congratulations.
You're up against Mortis, mate.
Lovely. Nothing wrong with that. Super fight.
How do you feel about that?
Bad. He was going to get annihilated anyway, though, so we knew it from the start.
Let's have a look at the damage that was actually done by that axe.
Is this a grumpy
It's quite
child?
vicious,
I don't know
isn't
how
it?
old he is.
It's strong. It's bent everything up. Batteries actually came out in the end, and that's why it pushed us over.
Well, it was a brave fight, though. You kept in there for a long time. Well done. You may be thinking you already know which one's going to win, but here on Robot Wars, the lesson we've learned is that nothing is certain. Guys, what has happened to Mortis?
We've broken the main shaft that drives our axe, so we no longer have our main weapon. We're going to actually try and modify the vehicle so we can use it as a battering ram instead.
Modify the
We don't know how
vehicle.
successful it's going to be. It's just a case of suck it and see, basically.
Suck it to the sea.
So the quiet confidence seems to have disappeared from the Cambridge team.
This should be a humdinger of a final. From Cambridge, we've got Mortis out there, nearly indestructible, even though in the last round it broke
You
its
think
axe.
so?
And from a place called Mickfield,
I think it's come up
Recyclops.
already, yeah.
If that gets underneath us, we're dead because it will
He's
stick us
done
in there.
everything,
But
yeah.
impact-wise, I reckon we're okay because the armour is it's bulletproof.
I think I can out-push Mortis. I've got to get the tongue in the right place. I had to make mine rather theatrical so it looked nice, and it's not really in the right place.
Oh dear, the thought of Rex Garrard getting his tongue in the right place leaves me rather nauseous.
Why is that, Jonathan?
2, 1.
Why?
Tongue and fluttering eyelashes and all.
He prepares to do battle with Mortis. Went for a charge there. You see Mortis got broadside on. The tongue can go underneath Mortis and flip him. Mortis dodges away, and the judges will be impressed by that style. Damage, aggression, control,
I think it might have been JC. Yeah, I don't have a box for that.
If the robots fail to immobilise each other, they don't want to go into that patrol area. Matilda awaits. She can't come out of that patrol area very far. She'll have to go back in any second now, but she's chasing down on Recyclops. There you see her going back into the patrol area. And Mortis is impaled on a spike. And that's poor driving. That is poor steering, and that'll count against the boys from Cambridge. Chris Salisbury driving, and it's taking damage there from Matilda.
Oh, it's really getting slightly scratched by Matilda, isn't it?
Recyclops with a good attack. I think the axe blade is bent there as well. More damage then, and more points against them. But Mortis free now to see if they can retaliate. Gets in underneath Recyclops. Good defensive work by Recyclops, holding on there. Rex Garrett managing to spin away. Good work by him. Again, Recyclops aggressively goes at Mortis. Out comes the tongue. Good aggression once again. Mortis retaliates underneath and is now driving into another patrol area. That'll count against him again.
He sort of invented the flipper with Recyclops, doesn't he? So they don't even really have a name for a flipper at this point.
Recyclops is trying to get away, but not Mortis. And Mortis is taking more damage.
Cease.
And what a baffling finish! And it goes to the judges!
Great face from Jeremy.
It has to be a judge's decision, and we're going to await that.
And let's have a look while we wait at some of the points they will be considering. Good dodging by Recyclops, damage to Mortis. Recyclops aggressive and attacking. Poor steering by Mortis, got it in there in the first place.
Should have been called tongues, yeah.
Good defensive work by Recyclops, again aggression from Recyclops. And good defensive work,
Tonguebot wins on
withstanding the
bad
Mortis
decision.
thrust.
Well, he really did,
Josie,
yeah.
Mortis ultimately driving in there onto the
I
side
mean, he
pass.
sort of invented the flipper on Chaos 2 as well, I think. I think they worked together on...
Okay, the judges have made their
I think
decision
they worked together
using
on
the
this.
4 criteria: damage, control, style, and aggression. And their decision is... Recyclops!
Well, that's hugely popular.
There we
in the
go.
Peninsula, and they're the real experts, the Roboteers.
GFM.
What a performance! And a very popular win. Did you think you'd got it?
Well, no, not really. But I was hoping to tip him over and then go and attack a house robot. That was my ambition.
Well, that was a fantastic final. We'll see you in the grand final.
whoa,
and we'll see you lot next week. Sweet.
Just have a look at this. Just have a look at this for sore losing.
That was my ambition.
Have a look at this. Have a look at what he clearly makes.
Final. We'll see you in the grand. Did you think you'd got it?
Watch Sexy Rob here.
Did you think you'd got it?
Well, no, not really. But I was hoping to tip him over.
Can't
and
believe
then
they've
go
left
and
this
attack a
in.
house robot. That was my ambition.
Well, that was a fantastic final. We'll see you in the grand final, and we'll see you lot next week. Sweet dreams.
Big sore losers. Big grumpy children.
Cambridge wish to protest.
It's been a popular decision in here. We've got a standing ovation. Look at this. Hi, guys. You can't be very happy.
They're not working, we're working. We pushed them out, we had all the attacks, and we think we should have won.
Yeah, thanks, Jesse, yeah. So we're trying to spoke with Harry, I think, of... Right, let's go straight through to... Yeah, they are the sorest losers, right? Oh, hang on. Let's reset the bingo card. Go straight through onto so that was a good episode, wasn't it? That was a good episode. Right, let's just save this card. Yeah, real upturn with Rex turning up. I think I could be wrong with this, but I'm pretty sure that Rex and George Francis were working together in this war, but because they were short on numbers, George drove his own robot he is in one of the other shows because they needed more robots. But they did work together on Recyclops. Right, straight into episode 3.
Last week here on Robot
I hope
Wars,
so.
Mortis perforated Lebot, and Recyclops licked Scrapper. But when the smoke settled, Recyclops had controversially eliminated all opposition to join Roadblock in our grand final. Tonight, one more robot will join them.
Yeah, Lick's very good. It's good to do that, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who put scrap into metal, Jeremy Clarkson.
Amid reports that robot wars are now breaking out all over the world, the European Union...
Firstly, what's on his clipboard? Secondly, let's just... This is the scrap.
Please welcome the man who put scrap into metal, Jeremy Clarkson.
Put scrap into metal?
Reports that robot wars are now breaking out all over the world. The European Union, with the backing of the United Nations, today announced that it would do everything in its power to halt the spread of this vicious and vile disease. They would rather we did a programme on daffodils and bunny rabbits. But we're not going to. What we are going to do is get on with the Docklands Chainsaw Massacre and meet the 6 robots who tonight will compete for death or glory.
Is Docklands Chainsaw Massacre an awful pun?
University of East London, Cruella.
It features computer-controlled...
Is that a bullshit claim, actually? I think that's a bullshit claim.
One-inspired traction control. Cruella weighs in at 81.2 kilograms and boasts a top
Also,
speed
it
of
is very
15 miles an
Brexity.
hour.
From Borden in Hampshire, Blunderbird 1.
Oh, here's some lads.
12-volt engine, Blunderbird 1 worships Jerry Anderson.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's so bad that it almost doesn't count as a pun.
Nippy,
I think he's
zippy,
meant that as a
and
pun.
altogether dippy. What you see is what you get with this robot. Weighing in at 10.8 kilograms,
Wizzy
this
wig.
lightweight entry may surprise us all with its amazing
Probably, Dan.
acceleration
I
and magnificent
would
maneuverability.
guess that's the only thing that would possibly make sense.
Robot the Bruce.
Don't let the transparent bodywork fool you. There's more to this robot than meets the eye. With a
I
top
don't think
speed
they
of
said
4 miles
Jerry
an hour, weighing in
Adams.
at 84.6
Friendly.
kilos, Robot the Bruce
Ah,
is one
here's
of tonight's
George.
heaviest contenders.
From London, Wedgehog.
Featuring a deadly pickaxe, this middleweight entry clocks a top speed of 4 miles an hour. Wedgehog runs off 2 9.6-volt domestic electric drills
Wedgehog.
and weighs in with a power
No,
of about
Wedgehog is
24
a pun.
kilograms.
From Nuneaton, Dreadnought.
Finally, the fiberglass protected Dreadnought
Yeah, I
runs off a
think
12-volt
George did do a
starter
Scottish
motor
robot, yeah.
salvaged from a
Maybe he
Morris
does
Mariner.
count as
At
Northern.
5 miles an hour, not the fastest robot in the field, but certainly the heaviest, weighing in at 92.6
Actually, Robot the
kilos.
Bruce is an awful
What do you
pun.
think about it all, Jeremy?
They look strong and
Robot the
menacing
Bruce
now,
is
but
a-
one of them will be going home in a dustbin after our first event.
If they want
Yeah,
a safe and may I say
Robert the
slightly
Bruce.
boring route down the
Scoob
gauntlet
was the
tonight,
Scottish
our
king.
robots will choose the maze, but they've got to have a very good turning circle and lots of manoeuvrability.
Thank you,
If they've
Dan,
got
yeah.
the ground clearance, they can choose the seesaw ramp and all the other
No,
ramps
this
and
one
bridges
wasn't in
that dominate
Glasgow.
The middle of the course. If they've got enough aggression, then they will go to my left and be introduced to the horrific Shunt, complete with pickaxe on the back. If they make it past him, and that's really not likely, then they'll meet Dead Metal, complete with pincers ready to clamp any unsuspecting robots.
yeah.
So many choices, so little time.
So, if you go to the
There
left,
was
you
no
get
fire,
killed.
no-
If you go
no
down the
bird,
middle,
no.
you get stuck, and if you go to the right, it'll take a week.
You missed a Cambridge prick,
Rather you
clearly
than me.
making that's bullshit.
Roboteers, stand by.
The first to take on the gauntlet, Cruella, driven by Philip Martin, with Canish
Oh,
Lingham and
that's,
Martin Smith from the University of East London.
He becomes one of the judges, doesn't he?
1. Activate.
Cruella has the choice of 3 routes and immediately takes on the hardest, I would have thought, the house robot, Shunt. Philip Martin, the driver, plays solo euphonium in Tilbury Brass Band.
Great
Blow his own
fact.
trumpet a
Great
little bit
fact,
here,
sorry, there.
because Shunt has him foxed and boxed.
This is Cruella. This is made by the Duelists, a team from the University of East London. And Cruella's designed to ram into the other robots and drive herself under them and flip them over. You can go through the metal things on
Philip Martin also likes to ride motorbikes, and he's driving Cruella through those silver skittles with the power of 2 Sinclair C5s, they tell me. Goodness gracious me. Not quick enough for Shunt,
Goodness
though.
gracious me.
And Shunt and the axe has him on the spikes.
Activate robots.
dear. What went wrong? What went wrong?
I thought that was good.
Well, it was good, except for the rather important thing that you didn't cross the finishing line.
We made good progress there.
And what did you think of his driving?
His driving is excellent. It's a very, very difficult robot he was up against there.
Excellent driving, apparently. Well, there we are. Well done, anyway. You've got some distance.
Cruella first to go and first on the leaderboard with 10.15 metres.
Roboteers, stand
He was supportive, yeah.
The
I think.
Dreadnought team, Ken Feltwell and David Vowles.
Actually, I don't know their exact name. I think they were a university team.
Technology.
3, 2.
The older guy becomes one of the judges in a later series.
And the Dreadnought's greatest asset here, driven by the brothers-in-law Ken and David, could be its weight. It looks like a big slug.
Our team is Blade Runner. This is our machine Dreadnought. It's a heavyweight robot, and our feature of attack is these forks at the front here, which are operated like this.
Wow, that's some forks.
There's the strength of that Morris starter motor engine. Takes on dead metal. Now it needs to kick the pace. Stuck there, and the house robots close in.
Oh, they're going to do it.
Good run. They're through all the way.
Well done, Dreadnought.
Oh, just for a minute, I thought you were going to get pushed all the way back.
I thought we were as well. I was a bit worried there. But we managed it. I was amazed. We did it.
Made it and you're through. Congratulations.
And there's confirmation. Treadlock through, completing the course.
He's got a
ahead of
very
Cruella in
British William H. Macy.
Oh, but hang on a minute. What's this? Dreadnought's blown some sort of a fuse. It's on fire.
Oh, is that fire?
This could be major, major trouble. They'll have to repair this quickly. Otherwise, they could be forced to retire.
I think that's gone on fire.
Well, we don't know. After we got through and stopped, we just saw the smoke coming out of it. Couldn't get the main switch to turn off, so we had to take the top off, and all the wire was smoking. Still a bit of excitement. We might need this.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Plunderbird 1 team,
Oh.
Mike Onslow, John Dilly and Brian Kilburn, whose
Spectacle
ambition it
team.
is to meet the rock band Aerosmith.
3,
They want to meet Aerosmith.
1. Activate.
And certainly the best dressed gentlemen on Robot Wars get us off and underway with
Yeah, those are
Plunderbird 1.
matching outfits.
The weaponry could be deadly, but not against Shunt. On the grill, stuck against the pyramid.
What
And
weapon
they'll
could
need
be
someone to
deadly?
get out of there.
We are the International Wreck Crew. This is the Plunderbird 1. We've built the system around
International
separate
Wreck
weapons
Crew.
pods. The first one has a battering ram with a laser-guided sight. The second pod has a circular saw which will flip out like this when it's operational and do some nice chopping up.
I'm so close to
We
that
intend to
saw.
kick some butt with this and be afraid there's a plunderstorm coming.
Yeah, that's absolute bullshit, isn't it, Jesse? What does it mean?
1, 2.
What does it
in,
mean?
Out, in, out.
They are prototypical
Plunderbird
labs.
is being hacked and is on the rack.
And deactivate robots.
Now. Beforehand, you told me you were just going to barge them out the way.
Well, they're obviously a bit too heavy and we just didn't quite manage it. But we will be back and we will get them next time.
Maybe, but
It's
only
nice to see his
4.81
character
metres leaves
at an
Plunderbird
early
vulnerable.
stage of its
Guys,
evolution,
that was
isn't
very
it?
nearly Plunderbirds are not go.
Yes, well, we really don't want to win by someone else's misfortune. And it doesn't make us happy to be through because someone else blew up, does it, guys? No.
Do you think it's likely that you can repair this for the next round? Otherwise, you're out and
Did not.
Plunderbird's in.
We're trying. We're going to do it. We're starting to work on it now.
It does show.
Stand by.
If there was any doubt, they are nice guys, really.
WYSIWYG team, Michelle Wheely, a big football fan. She supports
Josie,
us.
am I right in thinking this is a suspicious team?
2, 1.
Yeah.
Activate.
So come on, Michelle Wheely, one of our rare female volunteers. If she takes on the maze,
A rare female volunteer?
Very few do. Seems to me she's stuck on the ramp now with that low ground
An
clearance.
RFV?
And I think Shunt is too, and that's very rare. That hasn't happened before.
This is my robot WYSIWYG, which basically stands for what you see is what you get. It's made out of wood, which means it's quite light, it can move quite fast. It's wedge-shaped, so it can hopefully tip up the other robots, but I think I'm going to have to stay out of the way of the house robots.
And still they remain stuck.
WYSIWYG's good. It is a rare female like you, yeah.
Shunt behind Shunt itself. Now what you see is a young woman driver, and what you get... Right. Come on, Michelle. Let's get it right. Take on that fence. Go on. Go on.
Don't
no,
like
Michelle,
this.
You're supposed to go round it.
Yeah, it is sexism.
Now, what on earth happened there?
It was a slaughter.
It was a slaughter, except you actually managed to get a house robot stuck, which is an all-time first.
Yeah, I feel pretty good, actually.
Okay, well, you managed to go the wrong way, but nevertheless some way.
And what we see is what she's got. Triumph. Well done, Michelle and WYSIWYG.
What
she's
we
through.
see
Blunderbird
is what
and Nervy,
she's got.
But they still could go through if
Yeah, it's
Dreadnought
definite
is ruled
sexism.
out.
I'm ticking off sexism.
You still don't know yet. You must be keeping your fingers crossed secretly.
Secretly, we do a lot of things, but we couldn't tell you that.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Wedgehog team, teenagers Chris Glaister and Joe Wentworth,
Also, she's
both
been properly
students studying
stitched up there,
engineering.
right? Because she's obviously just been randomly pulled out of the crowd. She didn't make the robot. She talked quite eloquently about it. But obviously the reason she was struggling to control it is because she'd probably never driven it before. You did miss a rare female volunteer on Motivator, yeah. Happy New Year. Hope you had a nice Christmas.
Robot called Wedgehog. Wedgehog's powered by
Yeah,
two
she
domestic
really
drills
has,
here.
Jesse, yeah.
It's got a weapon which is a pickaxe.
Well, they're through the maze.
That was some charisma.
Here come the pneumatic drills, pushed by Shunt.
She
Gently
did have a lot more
towards
res, yeah.
Around the springs. Now, this is the surprise, so I'm not too sure whether they've read this right. They need to get their drive wheel motoring up and over the spikes. Dead metal awaits. That's the house robot there in the bottom of your picture. And they're impaled.
They're impaled.
Well, not a bad performance there. But tell me, what do you think of those spikes then?
A bit of trouble lifted up the drive wheel so we couldn't get any drive forwards, but we got far enough.
There we are. I reckon you're through, and that's important.
You're through, and that's
For me,
important.
13.23 metres sees Wedgehog through in second
Oh
place
yeah,
so far.
sorry, Motivator, yeah. This is the first war. This is War
Team
1.
to take on the gauntlet, Robot
There's
the Bruce
George.
with George Francis and Mick Cutter. They both fly model aeroplanes.
3, 2.
Yeah, this is the very first war, Motivator. Jeremy Clarkson's
Robot
here.
the Bruce in its sexy see-through gear. Very heavy, 84.6 kilos. Driven by a team, they call themselves the Village Idiots. They're no idiots, they're very clever electric engineers.
Very clever electrical engineers.
No weapons.
It is the
there,
war to
just
end all
brute
wars,
force.
yeah.
Robot the Bruce. As you can see, the robot is built with no special armaments. We're purely relying on a lot of weight. We're in the heavyweight category, and just brute power and a lot of traction and push people out of the way.
Great strength. George
Yeah,
Francis,
no
the
way.
driver, is building a
Just
single
put,
engine
although it
aeroplane
is
to
powerful,
combine
though, it's
car
pushing
engine. It's a bit of a worry.
it's pushing
This
Dead
isn't
Metal.
worrying.
There you
That's
go,
strong.
they're through.
Good run. They're through.
Now, of all the driving I think I've ever seen in here, that was just about the best.
No problem. Easy as anything.
No, that was a hell of a performance. Well done.
Robot the Bruce
Yeah,
impressively
but
through.
George's thing is that they're an electrical engineer, so I'd imagine it controls really well.
They've run the gauntlet, but now time is running out. They've got to be back in that arena very soon for the
Oh,
trials.
dear.
So will they be ready? Dreadnought!
This is
guys,
Phil of
how have you
Jeopardy,
got
isn't
on?
it?
Well, we've got it working again. We've had to take out the motor that we use for forklifts and put it in as
Because
a
they are
drive
going to be
motor 'cause the other
fine.
one shorted out. It's completely gone. So we've now not got any defence attack mechanism. So we've tried to adjust it so it's now more defensive. We can actually try and scoop the ball up and use it to move the football.
Okay, so it might do you some favours.
Well, hopefully.
You're in. That's the
That's
main
right.
thing.
We've made it. We
Best
didn't think
of
we would,
luck.
but we've done it.
Violence has largely been eradicated from football, but tonight we're going to put it back.
Oh,
if you
good.
score in this game of
Okay, we're
robotic
popping the
soccer,
violence
you're
back in football,
removed
are
from
we?
the arena, safe in the knowledge that you're through to the next round. But scoring isn't that
Yeah,
easy.
everyone get
because the
their
goal's
next
defended
touchdown
by
emotes
dead metal,
ready.
And if you get too close to these scissors, it really will be a game of two halves. Now, obviously, at the end of the day, one robot won't have scored. And they'll
Yeah,
get the
lads,
red card.
it's lads
They'll
for
be
the
sent
lads for
off
the football banter.
permanently.
Oh, yeah.
You got that, guys? You clear?
Yeah, not sure, but I guess it was the late
Roboteers,
90s.
stand by.
Yeah, ball.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Activate.
Is dead metal
Have
our
a-
scorpion
Oh, they put little,
goalkeeper, shaking with fear. Don't forget the ball. Don't forget the ball.
That's
a little bit more like it. Oh, good save by Dead Metal.
Oh,
Get it
good
away.
save.
Magnificent stuff.
Oh, good, yeah.
There's big Dreadnought in there. And Robot the Bruce, with that sheer power, through to the edge of the goal area. Can he get the last chance? The keeper's beaten. Go on, go on. It's there.
Oh, well done, George. Touchdown.
Hey, that was fantastic.
Wasn't quite as easy as it looks. Got there in the end.
Yeah, I think
You're
you
the
might be
first
right,
one, though.
Josie.
That's right.
Round of
That
applause.
doesn't
take
really
him
make
out.
sense, does it? Why can't they go into the race?
2, 1. Activate.
The robot starting from their finishing position from the last
I don't know,
Wizzy
Stuart.
Wig is busy.
Must be a bit of a jog from the
Almost looks dwarfed out there.
from the arena to
Wedgehog
the
first
where
to
the
it,
interview
and
is.
Cruella. Nice bit of ball control by Cruella. Oh, go on, Wizzy Wig. That deserves a yellow card.
Football is
Terrific
tiring to
challenge.
them, to be fair.
Magnificent stuff.
Taking over plate.
She's clattered the goalkeeper now. This is great stuff. Go on, get in there.
This is great stuff.
Look at that. Get out of the way, Dreadnought. What is Dreadnought doing? I think Dreadnought's a bit of a goal hanger here.
Well, I think Dreadnought is basically
Wizzy Wig
broken.
out of it. Here's Wedgehog.
Oh.
Can he finish? It's an open goal. You've got to score here. But who did score?
Dead better help them out
Very
there.
interesting. Let's have a look at the
Oh,
replay.
is this a
was
the
Wedgehog that got
first
the
the first recorded use of VAR?
Over the line, surely.
The last touch before the goal is therefore awarded to him is Wedgehog.
Wedgehog. Is that a fluke win?
What would you say? Would you say that was luck?
It was like, but also the extra panels on the side of the robot controlling the ball throughout.
I think that's a
but
fluke
at the end it
win.
got wedged on the side.
Dead
So
Metal
sort of
put
a bit
that
of
in.
luck that it bounced off me on the way in. But
3,
Absolute fluke.
Two.
Fluke is ticked off.
1. Activate.
No, it's almost as if Wizzy
No, I'm
Wig
not too
has
sure
to
if Dreadnought
lose.
is goal hanging.
Even
I
though
think he's
Dreadnought
suffering a
isn't
reoccurrence
going,
of that
right?
old
Dreadnought
injury.
doesn't work.
Can't move hardly. Wizzy Wig, tigerish again in there. With Cruella first to it. And perhaps using the surround walls.
Oh, that's a good
to
point,
ricochet
Dimmer.
it.
Yeah, it's not really started, has it?
Poorly placed for the
Dreadnought is
moment.
offside,
Wizzy
yeah.
Wig-
Both places are right.
Taking on the goalkeeper. Hey, get some of that. She crashes against the post. Dreadnought's dead. And that's in from Cruella.
I'm glad that she's had some fun by crashing into
He's
Dead
through
Metal.
to the semi-final. And that's sporting.
Please make the robot safe and remove Cruella.
That's
from the arena.
sporting.
Cruella lived up to her name then, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, she's difficult to drive. It's not easy.
Somebody said it was a bit like an Arsenal defender. What do you say to that?
Oh, I wouldn't like to say.
So
Top-
down to the
top
last
banter
two,
there.
But I've been told now they've both broken down. It goes to the judges.
Although Wizzy Wigs and Dreadnought failed to score, the robot with most touches of the ball was Dreadnought.
Oh, shit.
Michelle, big commiserations. Perhaps nobody explained that in a game of football you have to actually sometimes aim at the ball.
Well, because they're all much bigger than me, I just had to try and get in some way. If they didn't get out my way, I bashed them out my way. I thought that would be worth something anyway.
Yes, it's worth a trip home. Ken, how do you feel? Because you thought you really had it.
She's had to lose on purpose.
We went up in smoke. We really didn't think we would be
Yeah,
into
exactly,
this round. I was
JC.
just chuffed a bit.
Such a prick.
Well, that's marvellous. Congratulations. Well
It
done.
is possible he doesn't know that.
Again. Wizzy Wig
It
out.
doesn't-
She gave us great
Doesn't
entertainment
really
value,
excuse.
Michelle.
It was the least possessed. That is, you know what? That is a bad judging decision, isn't it? Because it's literally a rigged
After we
decision.
went up in the smoke, we really didn't think we were getting into that round. And the battery charge.
This is
We just didn't
Philippa
get the battery
Forrester
charge in time.
motivating.
It just went dead in there. It was just the fact that the others actually hit the ball into us that gave us the touches. So we feel a bit of a cheat, really.
So at the end of the soccer,
That
let's
should
see
be
how they
Robot
did.
doesn't
Wizzy Wig
start, right?
Sadly, has many battle scars.
Yeah,
It was good to see
exactly.
you.
It didn't start, and it was a big
Cruella's
fluke. Big fluke win again.
Just about to wade it through. Now, Dreadnought, guys, you've still got a lot of work to do, haven't you?
Yes, we have a bit, yeah. Better get cracking on with it, I think.
Yeah, you had better get cracking as well. There's a fight still to come. And, excuse me, you two look very smug.
Yes, we're all sitting here all cool, know we've done the business and ready for the next round.
So
Yeah,
four
it would have
robots are
been
now
Scoob,
through the
yeah.
trials. They're back here in the pits, preparing and repairing
Well,
for
maybe.
the
It would have been
semi-finals.
depending what you said,
Guys,
obviously.
last time we saw you were having all sorts of problems. Are they still there, those problems?
We don't think so. We think we've finally cracked it.
Let me tell you who you're pitched against in the final battle. Who would be the worst person?
Probably Robot the Bruce, I think. It's pretty impregnable, that one.
Okay, it's good news then. It's Wedgehog.
Is it? Oh. Well, I mean, we'll be lucky to survive 5 minutes with anybody anyway, so we're just thankful.
Who would you hate to be pitched against?
Any of them. I don't mind. We'll take all of them.
And does that apply to you as well? You can take all of them?
Oh yes, definitely. We've got the power, and we know we got a reliable robot, so we just hit them and push them out of the way.
Okay, let me tell you who you are pitched against in the next event. It's Cruella.
No problem. Be an easy one.
Let's go and find out what they say.
That's a frightener, that one.
It's a power couple.
Why?
Hello,
Well, it's very tough. It's got a lot of power, a lot of torque, a lot of weight. Very dangerous.
As we draw closer to the grand final, we still have the formality of deciding tonight's winner. Now, as usual, the Roboteers will go out there
It's a
and
horrible
attempt to
jacket.
send their
It
opponents
is amusing.
over the
It's
bridge
almost, it's
and into the
90s,
next
but it's
life
not amusing.
before the whistle is blown. If both are still running at the end of the bout, we shall turn to our adjudicators, Eric Dickinson, Noel Sharkey, who claims to be a rock and roll guitarist, and Adam Harper, who claims to be single. Now, they'll be looking for damage, aggression, control and style. They will not tolerate retreat. Retreat and you will get eaten by one of the house robots or eliminated from. Looking for damage, aggression, control and style. They will not tolerate retreat. Retreat and you will get eaten by one of the house robots or eliminated from the round completely. Or if I have anything to do with it, both.
He's allegedly single.
Roboteers, stand
I don't know, but just find out the judge is single.
3.
What kind of honk is it?
1. Activate.
It's the box.
Yeah, do you think he drives everywhere and is quick? 6 out of C5.
Charged by 2
Hang on, you're going to stop. You're going to stop, Motivati.
And if Cruella can get in underneath Robot the Bruce, there could be a shock here. Robot the Bruce will be using that vast, near 85 kilogram power to shove it into one of the patrol zones, or against the spikes, or against the grills.
No, I'll just fill you in on what happens.
Oh, that's suicide!
Oh dear.
What on earth is Philip Martin doing? He's on the grill. He won't get out from there now.
I thought he'd got you there. I thought he
That
was
was
going to be able
shit,
to
was
tip
it?
you over.
Nearly, yeah. It wasn't as easy as I thought it would be.
But how did you manage to get him to run
Scoob,
away
yeah.
onto that grate?
Pass.
He just committed suicide.
I think so.
Doesn't matter though. You're through. Well done.
Yeah, Motivati, let them know that there's a single judge on the first series
Just at
of
the edge
Robot
of
Wars.
the arena,
Allegedly.
there's a horizontal metal grill, and we lost the ground clearance and got jammed under the metal grill that's above it.
But what were you doing going onto the metal grill?
Well, it's very difficult to control the machine, this.
Isn't that a fatal flaw?
I'm afraid so, yes. In more ways than one, because the flaw was fatal to our robot.
Oh, that's a
Looking a bit
bad
dodgy
part.
there at the start. You were nearly wedged up.
That's right, yes. Sort of
already had
lifted off the ground a few times, but got there in the end, though.
Yeah, you did. It's fantastic. And not that much
There's been some
damage.
real banter in this episode, isn't there? There was all that football chat.
Got there in the end, though.
It just wasn't a very good battle, Motivating. One of the teams just drove onto the metal grill.
3, 2, 1.
Robot the Bruce
the big
one.
slug against Wedgehog, the piece of cheese, and the Dreadnought
Hello,
boys look
Gamelon.
worried. They know they
We're
have to get this
midway
over and done
through
with very
the
early
first
because
war.
the motor may not last. Can they get their forklift prongs working? Will the Wedgehog
Door woman gave you ice cream?
so-called come into play? Oh, the sword's gone
Is this a
again.
local
Poor old
service?
Sergeant Bash has lost his saw blade.
Oh.
That's like
That's
a
not
halo.
the first time that's happened, is it?
Dragged onto
Yeah,
the forklift prongs.
Can you send the door woman round to
They're
dip it?
shut. Oh, going to
It
walk
is
the grill.
Gamelon, yeah, unfortunately.
Been pushed.
Oh, they're
Forward,
going onto a
forward.
grill.
Oh, fork! Goodness sake, get off there! Don't take on the little one, Matilda. You'll just see her in the disco. She does that down there too.
What?
They're still in there. There's smoke. There's smoke from Dreadnought.
Oh,
It's gone
no.
again, the engine.
Oh yeah,
this is
they're back on fire. They're back on fire.
That's it, it's over.
It is.
So
Well done.
Wedgehog is your opponent.
Yep. There shouldn't be any problem, I don't think.
It is a very chaotic
We'll wait and see.
episode, but yeah.
God, you're so confident.
Chaps,
These first series ones, they're a lot shorter, so everything's really crammed in. And also all the robots are shit.
It's pathetic.
Oh, give us a break.
It is, but Dreadnought, I mean, really, the whole event has been on fire.
Give
or
them a
broken
chance,
down.
great.
You must have been relieved when you were drawn against it.
We were happy to see the smoke coming out, yeah. That's all right.
Because there was a while when you were going to get pushed on that grate, it all looked like it was over.
Yeah, but we managed to get off. Took out Sergeant Bash's circular saw, which is good. Should get some points.
You do get points. You get through to the next round, where it'll be mended. Go on, see you later.
He absolutely does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Hey, guys.
I think that must have been what was funny
Bit of a
though.
bashing though, wasn't it?
Yeah, they took it out on it. They tried the hardest.
Are you disappointed? Did you think you'd get this far?
No, I didn't think we'd get this far, especially after the burnt out and then getting into the football. I thought we'd finish at the football, but we've gone that far.
Yeah, they
We
do.
tried.
But they've got to talk to Jeremy, don't they? That's gonna.
Wedgehog,
that's
what
gonna
is your
bore you.
strategy going to be?
Yeah, those
Try and
bits
make
are
him
funny
run up
going
front.
on. Yeah.
No chance any other way. He weighs 4 times our weight. Fairly certain he won't get through the armour, but we'll have a go.
Are you nervous at all?
A little bit. I didn't do too well against the last wedge one. It took a bit of doing. So I'm not sure. We'll see.
And so we have reached tonight's final, which is between Robot the Bruce in its see-through negligee and Wedgehog with its very deadly toothpick. You ready, guys?
Yeah, we're ready.
You ready?
Really build up the fight by
Get in your
slagging off
boxes
both
and do
robots.
fighting.
What a Jeremy.
God knows how with a see-through box. There we are.
What a prick.
Robot ears, stand by.
Fighting. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Robot the Bruce with George Francis and Mick Cutter against Wedgehog with Chris Glaser and Hugo Elias. Sheer brute force against the toothpick. It could all be over very, very
Oh,
quickly.
they
He's
just
on
shoved him
grill.
onto the grill.
I mean, he's going to get out of there. Are you sure taking on a grill with that thing? And the house robots are closing in for the kill as
Yeah,
well.
maybe that's
the
what it is,
sergeant with
but
the
yeah.
circular saw. Shunt is in there too. There's the saw blade. I don't think they're going to get out. Matilda's
Stuck
in,
on the grill.
looking for a few scraps, as usual. Shunt takes on Robot the Bruce, but I think it's too little.
I guess the
too
grill
late.
was the equivalent
Robot the
of the
Bruce
pit.
is the winner!
All right, Shunt, quieten down, quieten down. You did very well. No need for a judge's decision tonight, is there? The winner, Robot the Bruce. That was
There we
just
go.
great. Congratulations, magnificent, well done, brilliant stuff. Were you not even slightly worried about that very, very lethal toothpick?
No, I was more worried about a chainsaw on the back of the Matilda.
Yeah, well, everybody's worried about the chainsaw. I can't wait to see the damage that's been inflicted down there. I can't wait to see you at the end of the series for our grand final. Thank you very much. See you next week.
See you next week, everyone. Robot the Bruce is a good name, that makes, yeah. Yeah, Robot the Bruce is a good name.
Are you very depressed?
No, not in the slightest. Never thought we'd get here.
That was a good fight.
That was a fantastic fight. How did you manage against Matilda? I thought you were going to have her at one point.
That was good fun, that was. Hardly even damaged it.
Yeah, are you very depressed? A really high banter episode,
fight.
right?
How did you manage against Matilda? I thought you were going to have her at one point.
Sorry, I wanted to read this sign. I think it says absolutely no smoking, no drinking, no food, no
Even damaged.
something in arena. Yeah, but it was probably no banging, yeah. Oh, probably no banging, Baldy, yeah. Right, where are we? We're on episode 3. No talking women. We've had talking women. Right, okay, let's go to the... let's have a quick break. We'll come back. Episode 4.
On the fridge for 10 points. Give it some real damage for 25 points. And 50 points if you can... They make it to the end, and they just need to hope... 10 points if you can break the glass on the washing machine door. 25 points for damaging the rest of it. And 50 points, the litter bin. Getting in the path of their... Too close! Too close! Move away before you get a hasty... Two 12-volt sealed lead-acid batteries. This is salvage, a concoction of spare parts thrown together to create a mod powered by a 4-horsepower. And they've won! On to the next round for them! Goodbye. It's stalled! That flip just stalled them! That's scorching away! The heat beginning to cause some damage! Pushed into Sergeant Bash! On the offensive now, with those... You don't want to get too close to the edge. The wooden body shell, unarmoured and open to... It's armed with a 12-volt motor-powered axe that can inflict a lot of... Proving hard to get through the titanium, although get ready to do battle in the Robot Wars TV studio. There's the pit, ready to host the all-out war of the Kevlar, doing well against the... And it might be like straight into... Wow, there's debris everywhere and just look... Oh, a very festive sight with the coloured lights, but someone tell them... This isn't the pit here on the aircraft carrier is particularly deadly. That deck lift full of explosives will turn even the toughest robot. It's looking very pretty in pink with that pink fur covering. I'm sure a high cuboid chassis type, quite popular in the crates. Not the highest scoring objects to destroy, but 20 points could make all the difference in the... Matilda pushes them into the pit of oblivion. Oh! Forever blowing bubbles. With the cruel jaws slowly but surely cutting into the metal with huge strength, and it's really... The blade thuds in and it misses. You're gonna have to move faster than that. Out they go. The escalator won't bring them back. With the spiky steel mace is capable of making a serious dent if they can... And they drop onto the tracks. They won't be getting back, just asking to be crushed. They brought that on themselves that time. That's the end of their... Whoa! Hail the new arena champion! And one of the most welded... And the pincers holding what's left of it. And that was saw whirring. Each of those crates worth 10 points on your score in collateral damage if you destroy them. 5 for just damaging. Time's up, and it's gone to a judge's decision. Not this time, but I'm sure they'll be back for another try. At the covered in the mace is on target. Not much damage. Having trouble getting the lock. Covered. Oh dear. Up and away. Bet they... It's armed with a large built-in flipper that can lift over 100 kilos. No one is... It should be straight back in. They're well armoured with that Kevlar and titanium aluminium alloy. One of the least expensive robots in the competition, this one, but a better luck next time. Just not quite nippy enough to see off. And as the time runs out, we have an undisputed... It has a heavy-duty torch cutter designed to blast molten metal and gas. A highly thought... Driving straight into the switch on the arena wall. You'll have to try harder. And looking for a good scrap in the scrapyard. Here's a robot, 20 points for causing damage to the chimneys. They're tough, so make sure you're up to the challenge. 50 points for... It's a terrifying, toothy... Time's up! The bomb explodes! And another competitor is left. Which robots? The motor's blown!
I think it makes as much sense
a wet
as
robot.
a lot of the
Can they
cars.
rescue themselves? The heater wasting the armoured shell. The chainsaw having great difficulty getting... There goes the glass. Here comes Bash with his cutting pincher. Oh, look out, it's back. It hits. That's just a scratch as the spikes. Matilda daintily lines them up by the pit. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but I always wash my hands. If I don't, I'll assume I have unless I tell you otherwise. Yes, so let's just make sure I'm sitting in the middle of the frame for, professionalism. Right, okay. Let's go. More Bobots. I think we can get through this series. It's bath time. You having a bath? We can get through this, and we won't have to go as late as when we got through the full World's Strongest Man competition.
Violence erupted on the pitch.
And I think a successful first annual Festive Strongman Watchalong.
Tackles thundered in. Robot the Bruce earned his place alongside Roadblock.
and Recyclops in our end of series grand final, but which of tonight's robots will join them?
They were pretty strong, motivated. They were pretty strong. If you want to see one of them, there is a new alert where you can briefly see one of the strongmen. Oh, sorry, I'm talking over this intro. You can briefly see one of the strongmen lamenting how fast someone was. Let's hear this intro.
I don't understand how can he be so fast?
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who gets heavy with the metal, Jeremy Clarkson.
He gets heavy with the metal.
In a desperate bid to bring peace once again to this sceptred isle, the USS Nimitz today arrived off the coast with her full complement of F-14 fighters. Now, ordinarily, the might of the US Navy's flagship would be no match for the robots on Robot Wars, but tonight, things are a little different. Tonight, it's a lightweight special where all the robots weigh less than 12 kilograms. They're small, but don't worry, they're still vicious. So let's go and meet the only machines in the world that are brave enough to spill Prince Nassim's pint.
First, from Romford, Vector of Armageddon.
And the Riders of the Apocalypse
It's
team.
Vector of Armageddon.
13.4-volt motors. It has the same speed controller as used for bomb disposal robots.
You were stuck in a train in the middle of the journey and got stuck because of a storm called Zoltan.
This school-designed robot, Crazy Tokyo, is very light.
Oh, this is small.
Kilograms,
Crazy
comparable to the
Tokyo.
Red Teddy Bear. Has a top speed of 12 miles an hour and a zero turning circle.
From the University of Reading, Cunning.
Oh, yeah.
Designed by a Star Wars
If Sean's still there, I think
Cunning
Sean's
Plan
most likely
looks
to
nothing
know.
like R2-D2
Sean,
or
are
a
you
Spike
aware of
Vegas
the
or
comedian
Imperial
Chris
Starfighter,
Purchase?
a defensive wedge with an aluminium steel shell.
From Billericay, Saturn.
Built by Essex schoolboys, those Saturn pointed horns are made of shelving brackets bolted together.
Yeah, Ray Purchase from
3 meters could leave these hopes blunted.
From Cheshunt School, Bugs.
Oh, that was a
A
face.
GCSE school project.
Bugs.
The front of Bugs
Bugs
is
is
fashioned
good.
as an aluminium ramming wedge. And at 40 centimeters, Bugs is the tallest robot in our starting lineup.
From London, the Demolisher.
With licensed stealth technology so undetectable by enemy radar, the Demolisher's obviously too quick for its own good. Quickest in the field at 40 miles an hour, and also the smallest at an itsy
Yeah, you might be right,
60
Motivator,
centimeters.
yeah.
Back to you, Jeremy.
We just watched Rebel Moon. Was it good,
deadliest
okay?
creatures in the woods are also the smallest. The song thrush, the earwig, the hedgehog.
What?
Let's see what's what with the first event.
Hang on, sorry, we've got to hear that one
First
again.
an hour, and also the smallest at an itsy bitsy 60 centimeters. Back to you, Jeremy.
Remember, some of the deadliest creatures in the woods are also the smallest. The song thrush, the earwig, the hedgehog. Let's see what's what with the first event.
Thanks,
First
Joe.
of all, you have to exit the carousel, which isn't easy, even for me, and then it's decisions, decisions, decisions. Do you take the safe but rather slow route to my right, which involves a maze and some spikes, or the middle ramp route, which also has its ups and downs, or do you face Sergeant
He
Ash,
absolutely
Fleet
doesn't, does he,
flamethrower?
Jesse? No.
Whatever you do, by the time you get to this end, you better watch out, because Matilda has the freedom to roam across
Maybe
the
the
whole
room of
of the
sci-fi.
peninsula.
Excellent.
And her tail just happens to be a chainsaw, so you don't want to get on the wrong end of her. There's also the pendulum to look out for. But whatever route you decide to take, the worst performer is eliminated.
So
Yeah.
let's find out who it's
Song
going to
thrush,
be.
earwig,
Roboteer,
hedgehog, leaf,
start your battery.
Roboteers, stand by.
First to take on the gauntlet is Cunning Plan with Oliver Steeples, a fourth-year engineering student. His hero is Star Wars creator George Lucas.
This is Cunning Plan. It's a basic wedge design.
Um,
It's got an aluminium.
does this
steel
count as an
shell
entirely
for
spectacled
turning and
team?
ramming Other robots.
3,
Feels like it's on a technicality.
1, activate.
Out comes Cunning Plan. Small, quick, darts into the
That's a
maze.
shame, Jesse.
With that 0 degrees turning circle.
Yeah, I mean,
which could be so
I don't think we've had it with a one-man team, have we? But
the faster featherweight machines.
starting battering is a good phrase, yeah.
Basically,
there might be one I can't remember, but also I remember this guy because this is the guy whose website led to Craig saying www.bash.smash. Whatever it is.
Darling, isn't she, Matilda? Modelled on my mum.
yeah, right. You're right, Steve. Yeah, he's got an identical outfit to the rest of the team. Thank you, Gomalon. Yeah, it was that.
You wait until the spikes go down, and then spurt on.
I'm pretty sure it was his website.
Cunning plan.
Appropriate name, Cunning Plan.
Maybe.
You were looking pretty pleased there.
The spikes are a bit tricky, but the robot didn't give me any problems.
What, the spikes are tricky, but Matilda isn't? Well, I'm looking forward to you going head-to-head with that. Should be good laugh. Well done.
Anytime.
Cunning plan, first to go, first to complete.
He's a bit of a lad.
First name up on the leaderboards.
No, he's just a terrible host, right?
Stand by.
Kevin Church, Matthew Davey and Chris Purchase, all GCSE students.
3.
Yeah,
2.
One of the guys in this team is a working stand-up comic.
Crazy
currently.
Tokyo boys all studying for GCSEs.
Yeah, these little ones are nice, aren't they?
What on earth have they made this thing from? One of its weapons is that curved bumper, they say, to push opponents out of the way. Seems to me to have been made out of one of those
Do you want
stickers
comedy
you get in
names?
bubblegum packets.
Oh,
Past the drill.
this one's so small.
Stuck on the grill. And the drill again.
Yeah,
You
he
get
absolutely
mangled
was.
there.
He's screwed, yeah.
It's a case of run away, run away. Taking on the springs.
This is Crazy Tokyo.
In the featherweight division.
This armour plating is impenetrable to chainsaws and other pokey things.
We will see.
That might be it. Do we think that might be a bullshit claim?
And is Crazy Tokyo stuck on those springs? Oh, is Matilda stuck on those springs?
Has that happened more than once? What? Daniel Sloss is probably the most famous comedian to appear on Robot Wars.
And deactivate robots.
Well, you were lucky there because you were about to be eaten.
Right.
Although I
Did you
don't think
find
we've
that
seen
in a
it yet
dustbin
in our
or make it?
watch-along. We've seen his dad.
You're supposed to have gone that way, past that enormous house robot which would have mangled your piece of litter, but you went the other way around and deservedly got stuck.
Oh, never mind.
Well, never mind.
But the bin boys did well. 12.65 metres, they're in second place.
Roboteers, stand by.
Saturn, driven by 15-year-old
He did
GCSE
the measure of
schoolboy
Clapton,
Tom
yeah.
Barber. His brother, 13-year-old Sam, is back in the pits.
This is your robot Saturn based on a ball.
Oh, this is
Got
good.
a number of different features. We've got
This
rain
is
tail at
good.
the back, sound effects. We've got smoke machines in the nose and a laser for the eye.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
That this
What
one's
Tom and
great.
Sam Barber didn't tell you is that Saturn also moves as it goes along.
That's good.
Mad cow disease. These boys are bonkers
Yeah,
already.
this one
Moves,
absolutely
that's
is
a
the
few
face. I don't know
bruises
why
too
we
many.
counted this one.
I'm not too sure about the steering with that mad one eye, but it certainly is bullish. Oh, what a
Oh, well done.
Look at the maneuverability.
Yeah, a
10
cow's face is a
mile
face,
speed past
but
house robots.
I cannot believe you beat both of them.
Oh, brilliant.
That was brilliant. Well done.
And Saturn through in the quickest time so far. Top of the leaderboard. Crazy Tokyo, 12.65 metres. Looks vulnerable.
Roboteers, stand by.
Driver Sam Rudgard is the youngest competitor in Robot Wars. He's only 10.
oh, child soldier, I think.
This is the Demolisher. It's made from a Tyco engine and is built for speed.
Let's look forward to this
Spikes
game.
here are made for when zooming around.
He
to
does
ram
like
into
it
the
when
enemy
they
and
throw
puncture its
fast.
armour.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
And
definite
10-year-old
child
Sam
soldier.
Redguard with the smallest robot in Robot Wars so far. He's speeding away, and it's beaten
Oh,
just
straight
about
through.
everything. And
Jeremy's gonna
Hans,
love
that's
this.
taking the Michael.
Not that long ago, I'd have put some money on you not making it, yes?
Yes.
Well, well done, guys. That was a really neat run. Well done.
It's a really neat run, guys.
The Demolisher, very quick, but not as quick as Saturn or Cunning Plan.
RNR.
Roboteers, stand by.
Bugs,
It's a really
driven
neat
by
run.
Michael Stacey, technician Stephen Devereaux to the left,
Yeah, it was
and
neat.
Michael Langdon, their Cheshunt School teacher, to the right.
3, 2,
Okay, Bugs, it looks like a kind of teapot. Oh,
Josie Hypatia is sitting up the stream with £2. A cobalt of Saturn called Petia. I guess, please.
That's great. Thank you, Josie.
Bugs from the Cheshunt
I
School.
will put that into action.
This is a Bugs, and this is our design, loosely based on a ladybird. Nice and light, nice and agile, nice and fast.
Can get up to 4 miles an hour. Actually looks as if it's built out of my vacuum cleaner at home. Good steering and dodging, but now comes the crunch and Matilda.
Oh.
So lightweight, these smaller robots. Impaled on the spikes, Matilda gives it a right clout. If in doubt, clout it out, Matilda. Michael Stacey, the driver, waiting his moment now to dodge past the house robot. Don't forget, the worst performer goes out of the competition. Dodges Matilda again.
stop. Deactivate robots.
Well, I reckon Sergeant Bash had a hangover, don't you reckon?
Oh, well, we just couldn't get through.
You made every effort, for which you should be heartily congratulated.
But not good enough to go beyond Crazy Tokyo's
What a-
distance.
what an odd
Bugs
thing to
fifth,
say.
11.45 metres to beat for Vector of Armageddon.
Oh, so Crazy Tokyo are
Roboteers,
through.
stand by.
Last to go then, Adam Clark, who was once upon a time a mechanic at the Isle of Man TT motorbike races.
This is the Vector Armageddon competing in the featherweight class. It's designed around a brute force design.
Does seem like it,
left-hand
doesn't
body
it,
armour on the front,
2020?
high-powered torch for targeting purposes, and it's built on power.
3, 2, 1.
So it's got a high-powered torch. Oh, I see. It's got a light at the front.
Vector of Armageddon. Which way is he going to go? Well, he attacks the first ramp, which is bold, because this has got a maximum climb of 35 degrees, this robot. Manoeuvring it well up and over the first ramp. Now, if he gets up and over the second ramp, he'll have done enough. He'll have beaten
No,
Bugs,
it's just,
and he
it's
will
just
go
a high-powered
through.
torch, Josie.
Which way is he going now, though?
For targeting
Very
purposes.
cautious. And stuck on that second ramp. Only a ground
Yeah, the
clearance
little
of
flag
1
did go a little bit on
millimetre.
fire. I think that does
that's
count.
costing him
There was
here.
the flame, wasn't it?
He
There
may
was the
not get up
flame.
and over, and time is running out.
Stop and deactivate robots.
So, look, I've got to ask, did Sergeant Bash burn out your communications?
No, it was just beached on the second ramp. It looks like the lip between the ground and the
Did
ramp
it
was
burn
just
out
too
its
steep for it to get up.
communications?
I know it looks like a grass-cutting box, but it's serious robot, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's designed for very extreme ground clearance, and the ramp's just too steep for it, unfortunately.
Are you gutted?
Yeah, for this time.
Yeah, I've
Well done,
I'll
anyway.
cut it, Josie. It did, yeah,
He
it
makes
flame,
rockets
didn't
in
it?
his spare time, Adam Clark. He's rocketing out of Robot Wars.
No, he's gone.
Bugs team, how bad was your damage?
Very slight, we'll make it through.
Of course you will. Keep going. It's the end of event 1 and things have to be repaired here. Demolisher had a very exciting round. Saturn had the fastest time going and, ooh, how's it going here?
All right, we're just putting a weapon on it like this and it will stab things.
Okay, well, good luck with that. And Oliver,
We're just putting a
you've
weapon
got the
on
hammer
it.
out then.
Yeah, I got a bit of a dent to my robot.
Take your aggression out on that.
While the robots prepare for those trials, let's take a look at some action from Robot Wars around the world.
Well, we don't have to travel too far, Jeremy. We'll revisit the 1995 UK Robot Wars Championships in London, featuring 2 of the most powerful robots in the world today. The Master, built by Mark Satrakin, and Thor, designed by Schilling Robotics, both from America. What a night it was.
What a night.
And there's surely a killing blow! Slashing right to the heart of the hydraulic cabling! And Thor will be severely damaged.
and severely limited after that. I think I can see hydraulic fluid already pumping out. Oh, comes back down though with a hammer blow onto the top of the saw. The saw's already been blunted, and there is the hydraulic
That would have been
fluid
good, but
pouring out
yeah.
and splattering the floor of the arena. It's getting skiddy and slippery, and in comes the master again. He sends some weak point there right about the jugular vein, and Thor doesn't seem to have too much left to offer except vital engine blood and guts and
It's
gore,
so
and he's
skirmish,
out of it.
could have been.
And the master is surely one of the most powerful robots in the world, and for me, the star of the 1995 UK London Robot Wars.
Yes, I think they must have got him to film that specially, Motivator, yeah. Because that wasn't televised. I don't think it
Now
exists
for
in
some
full.
motor racing where pit stops are banned but ramming is actively encouraged. It's a sport that could have been designed specifically for Michael Schumacher.
Yeah, it was a pilot for the show, but I'm not sure Jonathan did commentary on it for the pilot. Maybe he did, I don't know.
Studying their
And it was non-televised.
Gauntlet.
I'm not even
It's
sure
a
it
3-lap
exists.
race around this figure-of-8 course, and the one that crosses the line last or covers
Oh,
the
yeah, maybe
least
it's something to do with
distance is eliminated. Unless, of course, they were sensible enough to give the government £1 million.
Roboteers, stand by.
A little bit of satire from Jeremy.
This figure of 5 remaining robots were decided after studying their form in the Gauntlet. It's a 3-lap race around this figure-of-8 course, and the one that crosses the line last or covers the least distance is eliminated. Unless, of course, they were sensible enough to give the government £1 million.
Roboteers, stand by.
I don't get that.
3.
Oh, I have seen a little bit of that, Jesse. I'll have a look. I'll see what's that.
Activate.
I thought Crazy Tokyo got away with a false start, but we're off and running. Demolisher is flipped, and he's in trouble. He's okay again, though. Helped out there by Cunning Plan. Let's have a look at the
Just
start
away to
again.
the
Yes,
wall.
he's off to a false start, Crazy Tokyo, but we're off and running. And Demolisher is already recovering from that flip, and he's really buzzing now. Back in the race and taking lead position.
Oh, this is going to be impossible to keep track of, isn't it?
Demolisher. Up to 14 miles an hour, competing the
Oh,
first
good, we have a
lap.
graphic to help.
Saturn is stuck. Demolisher off and running through the middle. Crazy Tokyo is stuck by Saturn, but it's Demolisher setting the pace and through for a second lap already, and the others are trailing in its wake. Back down the centre stretch.
Oh,
Around
that's
the
someone.
final corner. It could all be over here. Oh my goodness me!
no.
He's flipped. It's flipped over the Demolisher. Too lightweight. Let's have a look at it again. Too cocky by half, and he took the corner too tight.
Was he too
Now what's
cocky?
going to happen? Because they can't write it. And meanwhile, Cunning
Why a
Plan,
towel was
until
thin?
then was being quite cunning, I thought.
What, you want a really
but
thick
he's making
towel?
up ground very, very slowly. Cunning Plan is through. Tokyo Joe seems out of it to me. Cunning Plan now looks like.
Did he just get the name of that robot wrong?
Problems. He's around that
Let's
final
call it
corner.
Tokyo
Don't
Joe.
forget, it's all over after 3 laps. Will Demolisher go out, or has it done enough? He can certainly still block Cunning Plan, and Cunning Plan seems to want to push him over the line. Don't forget it'll finish when Cunning Plan crosses this line, which I'm sure he will do in first position. But I think the Demolisher might have done enough, and that's all over. The race stops now.
Okay, I'm glad Shank gets to wave the flag.
Oh, no. The one that looks like a dustbin or something is out. And you jumped the start. Come on.
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it? Father Christmas's?
It's whoever's got the other controller on the same frequency.
That's the worst excuse I've ever heard in my entire life. You, on the other hand, you won it and tried to get that one back on its wheels.
Yeah, after the first 2 laps, I lost count, so I thought I'd go around again. And
That
I
was
saw
a
it, so I
sore
thought, why
loser,
not?
yeah.
Give it a go.
You'd actually help someone even though they might be able to beat you.
That's the way you go, isn't it?
Oh, it's just such a nice sport, this, caring and sharing. I've got to come to you. Can I just squeeze in here? I've just got to ask, this robot you've designed here, what's it called?
Demolisher.
Demolisher, but it only ever demolishes itself in the Gauntlet. It got upside down, and it did the same here.
It's got a bit of a personality complex at times. It just gets a bit carried away.
But it isn't half quick.
Very.
And you're still lost.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
Well, anyway, well done. It looks great, like that marooned.
But the Demolisher covered
Thanks,
enough ground to
Jeremy.
go through. Crazy Tokyo didn't, and they're out.
And after that mind-blowing first race, Bugs should get extra points for being cute, I think. And Gary, Demolisher is fantastic, but a bit too quick.
Definitely
Yeah,
too
for
quick,
Tokyo
but
Joe.
I think we'll correct that in the future and slow it down a bit.
Congratulations
It
on coming
almost
second,
feels
guys.
like it should be
Well
a
done.
racist tick,
And
but it
disappointment
feels like it isn't
all
quite.
round here.
yes, we're very disappointed, but it was beyond our control. We can't really help it.
He's still doing it.
Is that you losing well?
Yes, we're losing very well, but we're fixing it up just in case they need us.
And before we move on to tonight's semi-finals, let's take another trip down memory lane. This time
Sore
visiting the
losers.
American
Oh,
1996
thank you for
finals,
the
which
raid,
take place
SK
in
the
birthplace
Crusader.
of Robot
We're
Wars.
watching the
San
first,
Francisco in August every
we're watching
year.
the first
Join the
Robot
action
Wars.
in one of the
Robot Wars.
final melees of that live event,
War
and it's
1.
worthwhile reminding
I
ourselves
don't think it was
the
called the
Robot
First
Wars
World
has
War.
been huge
The
in
Great
America
War. The
for
Robot War
5
to end all
years.
wars. I hope you had a good stream.
Let's
Hello,
just sit back and
Fluffweasel.
enjoy the action and watch out for the Master in action again there, but this time Mark's a track here.
Hello,
The designer who's
Ravens.
worked on great movies like Men in Black is on his home arena.
Skip. SK. Hey, shouter.
The ultimate winner here,
There we
La
go.
Machine, dumping
Do
that one
give
over the edge.
SK Crusader a follow
Undisputed
if
world
you do
champion
not
for 2 years
already.
until losing its crown to an even meaner Killing
I
Machine.
feel like you might already. A lot of you
And
might
now
already
the
follow
face-off
SK.
battles. And you don't know who you're
That's
pitched
some good,
against, do you?
good Crusader King stuff.
Who would you
Got some
like to be
good.
pitched against?
I'm not bothered. Anyone.
Does some good YouTube.
Bugs. It's Bugs against Cunning Plan. Oliver,
Oh,
what
it's Bugs
weapons
against
have
Cunning
you
Plan.
got that can oppose Bugs?
Good hair dye now.
stick up.
Perfect.
Disappointed we
Sounds
can't squash
great.
a bug first.
Got yourself a green fringe.
But do you
That's
think you can
that.
squash this
There
one?
you go. If you weren't already going to click follow,
Good try.
that's still the deal, right?
How do you think Saturn will fare?
Pretty well, I think. It's a lot bigger.
This robot has a pig's face, Saturn.
Got more power behind it.
Just trying to catch you up
You're
on
on
what you
your way
might have
to
missed.
your arena with Cunning Plan. I have something to ask
Oh,
you.
Jeremy
You met
Clarkson's
C3PO
in
and
this,
R2D2.
and
Did
he's
they
a
inspire
well. I
you?
mean, you'll already know he's a prick, but he's bad in this.
He's very nervous. It must have inspired
He
you a
does
little
look like
bit.
Rick Moranis.
If I may liken this show to a cup of cappuccino,
And he's on the
we've now reached
lightweight
point
special,
where the
so it's,
froth is gone.
Honey, I
It's neat
Shrunk the
wake-up
Bot.
juice from now on in. Our 4 remaining robots will have a fight to the death as they compete for a place in the grand finals at the end of the series. Now, at the end of each bout, if there's no clear winner, well, our panel of adjudicators will make a decision based on 4
Right, is he
criteria.
gonna-
Damage, aggression, style,
See,
and
we just the
control.
same joke again
And these
against
guys know what they're
the,
talking about. On the left, we have Eric Dickinson, who's the only British veteran of robot wars in America. In the centre, there's Professor Noel Sharkey, head of robotics
really
at
is,
Sheffield
Tracy, yeah.
University. And on the right, Adam Harper, holder of the land speed record at 150 miles an hour in a Sinclair C5. He's crazy, but not as crazy as what's about to happen below me.
Not as crazy as what's going to happen below me.
Roboteers, stand by.
Obsessed with a
3,
fast electric car, isn't
2,
he?
1. Activate.
So basically, Cunning Plan with the defensive wedge to batter Bugs itself. That little
Right, Jesse, it's just
aluminium ramming wedge in the front there.
It's just a smug single note.
You're dancing. I'm asking. You asking? I'm dancing. Come on, get stuck in. Oh, that's better.
He absolutely does,
Underneath
Jesse,
Bugs.
yeah.
Cunning Plan, you don't want to get on that grill.
Oh,
No,
you've gone
you
on the
won't get out from
grill.
there. You will not get out of there, Bugs. I didn't think it had the maneuverability that we saw earlier. There could be a problem. That's dead metal. Oh. Those pincers could crush the life out of the bug. Could actually dead metal knock it back into play? I don't think so. Cease.
That's not a Belgian.
It looks like
It's
you
not a
threw the first
Belgian
semi-final.
robot.
How does that feel?
Right.
Good.
Didn't
Yeah, a
put up
lot
much
of
a
deaths
fight,
to the
did it?
grill.
It was good. I like it.
Like what?
Bugs. Look at the paint job. You've got to like it.
Yeah, the paint job's great, but it ran onto a grate and then capitulated immediately, and you just ran around in the middle looking silly.
I had to go to big ones.
Well done anyway. You're through to the next round. Congratulations.
Is this
Well
guy a
done,
lad?
Cunning Plan and Oliver through to the final, but I just wonder what did happen with Bugs, whether there was a problem.
Bugs team, what happened there?
We had caster on it and we changed it, and it was loose.
Yes,
It worked better with this one on it. That was steel.
I had to give it the big ones, is
changed
what
it the
tipped
last
him
minute,
over
and
into
now we
lads for me.
How do you feel?
Gutted.
Okay, it's the big one. Demolisher against Saturn.
Roboteers, stand by.
Yeah, he is one lad, yeah.
1. Activate.
Saturn, like a bull, rushes at the Demolisher. Oh, you silly moo, you've missed him. The
Silly
Demolisher's
moo.
pace will simply carry it away from you like that.
Feels like quite a West Country thing to
Got to
say.
get in
actually.
to crush the Demolisher against one of the house robots, and that's what they're trying to do. And young Sam Rudgard will be told, I would imagine, to keep out of trouble. Get away from everything.
It does a bit. Oh, hang on, this isn't looking good for Saturn. Yeah, I think you're right.
Boys do with Saturn.
And the flame
Demolisher's
effect.
flipped on his
Yeah,
side.
it's all good.
And again rights
Very
itself away
passionate.
from Matilda. Oh, they're the meat of the sandwich. And Matilda's saw comes down.
Oh.
Saturn is being chewed.
Yeah, Kai's done. Oh, the sword has gone right through.
It's been saved by its opponent, the Demolisher. Unbelievable stuff. Down comes the saw, and it's the titanium shell of the Demolisher that saves it. And surely I think the Demolisher has done
saved it
enough
from
here.
much, is it?
Saturn, disarm.
Oh dear.
And out. And Sam Rudgard, only 10, look at that, walking tall.
Demolisher's won,
Yeah, I was surprised.
but secretly quite pleased.
Maybe. We'll see later.
Unbelievable. Put it there.
Good work from the child soldier
That
as
was
well.
epic. You have a laugh?
Yeah.
Did you see what happened to the other one?
Just got cut in half by Matilda's chainsaw, basically.
Yeah, and you just spent the whole time running away. Is that what you asked him
Yeah.
to do?
Yep, that's our strategy. Keep out of trouble.
Yeah, you think he did a good job?
Excellent job.
It was almost
He
a
did
fluke
indeed. He's
win
through
because
to
the other one
next
did
round.
just
No
break down.
weapons at all, but you can make it.
Yeah, no, you're right. No women on this one at all.
Well done. Well done, that was brilliant. Look at this damage, look at this damage. That's what Matilda did. That's incredible. What else?
It broke down, so just went.
There was a
Oh,
connection.
I spoke too soon.
Come off, so we had problems with it yesterday.
Yeah, that. I don't know if she's been visible with any of the other. You must have done any of the other interviews,
That's
right?
not going to be happening in the final. You guys ready? You ready?
Hello, Kate.
Get in your positions. Let's
Yeah,
get cracking.
that was some great 90s hair. I've yet to see anything amusing in the 90s, which is a shame.
Roboteers, stand by.
It would be, yeah.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Demolisher at the top of your picture is
Yeah,
the quicker, but
and also
cutting plan
it's
is
not
the heavier of
it's not
these
amusing,
two
is it, Joseph?
featherweights.
It's 90s,
Demolisher
sure.
will be trying to keep
This
out of
is
trouble.
we've gone backwards, Fluffweasel. This is the first war. Oh, that's gone wrong.
The Demolisher is
Yeah, it's the robot war to end all wars.
I'm not too sure whether the crowd wanted young Sam Rudgard to win it, but he had no chance with power like that. Oliver Steeples is the winner.
Well, now, that was a hugely long final. Was that worked out?
I'm sorry, everyone. I wanted it to go a bit longer, but
you're through, and it doesn't matter. And congratulations. We'll see you in the grand final at the end of the series. We'll see you next week. Don't have nightmares.
Okay, earlier
Good
on,
night.
someone pointed out he sort of got British Rick Moranis energy. Oh yeah, the little boy. I don't think so. Okay, it's not someone I remember.
Sam, what happened to you?
I was trying to get away, but I just got caught by the edge of the cunning plan.
Or was Oliver the other guy? Was Oliver the guy that won? Because he does return.
Next year.
Oh.
Definitely next year.
Well done, you did very well to get this far.
That's a shame. But it was a grumpy child. Yeah, the guy that won definitely returns because his website is the subject of the. Yeah, unfortunately, Fluff Weasley did. Yeah, the guy that won, his website is the www.bash.crash.wallop one from that. Yeah, they certainly don't just let kids drive. You know, yeah, that's true. That yeah. Yeah, this guy. Right, let's go straight through. Let's hit episode 5.
Last week, Demolisher crashed
Times it.
out
We
of
can
our
watch all these
featherweight
tonight.
special in style as Cunning Bland raced into our grand final to join previous seat winners Roadblock, Recyclops,
He wasn't in this clip. That's all Jonathan. Actually, it's not. That's another robot. No, I can't remember the robots that were in that one. Yeah, it's certainly a very kid-dense series, isn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the father of all wars.
Oh,
Jeremy
brilliant.
Clarkson.
The father of all wars.
One day, somebody opened up the shell of an oyster and found inside what appeared to be a large globule of phlegm. But instead of throwing it away, he ate it. And he discovered that it was not only delicious, but also that it was an aphrodisiac. Well, I have the same amount of respect for the man who looked at his remote control car and said, I know, I'll armour plate that and use it to bash into other armour-plated remote control cars. It may not have resulted in an urgent need to have sex, but he had invented robot wars. Now, those of you who've been with us from the start will know that we already have 4 robots in next week's grand final. And tonight, 6 more are fighting it out for a chance to take them on.
Why has he stopped? Yeah, instant jail. Right, let's watch it again while I reset the bingo. This is such a shit intro. This is the most...
Please welcome the father of all wars, Jeremy Clarkson.
One day, somebody opened up the shell of an oyster and found inside what appeared to be a large globule of phlegm. But instead of throwing it away, he ate it. And he discovered that it was not only delicious, but also that it was an aphrodisiac. Well, I have the same amount of respect for the man who looked at his remote control car and said, I know, I'll armour plate that and use it to bash into other armour-plated remote control cars. It may not have resulted in an urgent need to have sex, but he had invented robot wars. Now, those of you who've been with us from the start will know that we already have 4 robots in next week's grand final. And tonight, 6 more are fighting it out for a chance to take them on.
Well, Dibber, it's the other way round, isn't it?
From Biggleswade,
Master desperately loves Clarkson.
By an electric 24-watt wheelchair control unit.
What,
Has a
Tom?
huge turning circle of 2
What,
metres
Tom?
and a ground clearance of only... That'll be enough.
From Ludlow, Psycho Sprouse.
A truly unique
Oh, I'm
design.
sure that's true. Oh yes, this is the boy.
Weighing in at 24.3
Oh, that's a
kilograms, and of
face.
course it
That's
has
a face.
0 ground clearance.
From Gloucester, Body Hammer.
A copper-coloured cone.
I've forgotten about this guy.
Powered by 4 18-volt domestic drill motors, weighing in at 78.9 kilograms, quite heavy, but also quite
Body
nippy at 9
hammer.
miles an hour.
From Haverfordwest, Talk of the Devil.
A witty name.
Talk of the devil is. Oh, good name, good
Talk of
robot.
the Devil weighs in at 57.9 kilos and powered by a 12-volt electric motor.
This is good.
From Worcester, Reality.
This looks like an alien UFO, complete with coloured flashing lights and a siren. It's powered by 6 90-watt motors and has hardened steel spikes.
Reality.
From Morden,
That's good.
Metal Anorak.
It's an alien UFO, yeah.
Competitor, wedge-shaped, comes equipped with
Full Metal Anorak is a terrible pun, right? Because it's a pun on Full Metal Jacket, but it doesn't really work.
Tonight, Jeremy.
A motley collection there. Some of them have weapons so secret they're still at home on the kitchen table. Still, let's find out how they get on in the first event.
As ever, the first event is the Gauntlet, the most fearsome fighting terrain known to man or robot. It's been cunningly designed so that there are any number of ways to get through, but there are also lots of hidden surprises for unsuspecting robots, like these corkscrew lances, and they may not survive if they stumble in the path of any one of our three house robots defending the cause tonight. They are Matilda, Sergeant Bash, and Dead Metal. In
do see a few pyramid
good
shaped
mangling
ones,
from
but
them.
yeah.
Now, survival is everything. The worst performer is out straight away,
Survival
and no one wants
is
to face
everything.
that disappointment so early on. So let the sparks fly.
Right, the Gauntlet. Let's get on with it. Our first roboteer.
Roboteers, stand by.
First to take on the Gauntlet with Full Metal Anorak, Paul Baxter, who loves to go pro kart racing.
Meets Full Metal Anorak. My name's Paul Baxter, Team Anorexia. Its main feature is this tyre
Sorry. What's the team called?
Silly enough to come along with soft tyres.
Anorak, Paul Baxter, who loves to go pro kart racing.
Meets Full Metal Anorak. My name's Paul Baxter, Team Anorexia.
Team Anorexia?
Is this tyre cutting blade for anybody silly enough to come along
Yeah,
with
I
soft
don't know,
tyres.
damn it. Also, what's pro kart racing?
3, 2.
Because I assume he's not a professional kart racer. Yeah, that is an awful pun, isn't it?
Full Metal Anorak, and he's chosen the maze as opposed
That
to the
is an
central
awful
ramp.
pun.
And the other avenue, which takes on the house robots. Robots like Shunt and Sergeant Bash and Matilda. You just caught a glimpse of her in the top of the picture. We'll see her again later on. Paul Baxter hopes he won't see too much of her. Looks like a stealth bomber with teeth. Taking on the landmines. Now, they're not real landmines. Good burst of pace! Over the spikes and through! Good drive by Paul Baxter.
Let's see. Why didn't you go that way?
They look a bit dangerous. Would you run that way?
Well, I don't know. What's it made out of?
Aluminium and mild steel.
Well, it would have been all right. You're a wetty.
Mild
You're a wetty.
steel.
Officially a wetty, but well done.
A wetty?
He says he wants to drive a Formula One car. He's driven into pole position with Full Metal Anorak.
Oh, this is a bad puns episode.
Stand by.
Talk of the devil with Adam Pengilly and Lee Chenery. They want to go to America and compete in Robot Wars there.
3.
Now these look like some lads.
1. Activate.
The turntable rotates, and talk of the devil coming out backwards,
Yeah.
reversing out to save precious seconds.
Yeah, I think you're right, JC. This is an amusing notice. Look.
Connected up to the starter motor. Look back for some rear defence. Hopefully cuts anything there.
Good weapons, but it looks like some rusty old pig out there. And immediately Sergeant Bash making it feel hot,
Yeah,
hot,
right.
hot.
Amusing notice on the left thigh.
Adam Pengilly is trying to control it away. There's no pace, no direction. Don't get on that
Yeah.
grid. This is hot stuff. And he's on the
It
grid.
is
I don't
amusing
think
notice
it's gonna
there,
get out. To
100%.
is human. To Gurr is robot.
Deactivate robot.
What?
I hope that thing's made out of asbestos.
Good, wasn't it?
Were you planning on going that way?
No.
And what's it feel like going up against that thing then?
It's a wimp. It's a wimp.
It's a wimp, but it took you out. Anyway, well done. You got 6 or 8 feet there.
It does look flammable. It's a shame we could have seen some fire there, but yeah. I hope that's made of asbestos.
4.92 metres, and I think that'll be beaten.
Roboteers, stand by.
I've seen a couple with saws, but yeah, that did look like a more formidable fist,
Jones
didn't
back
it?
in the pits. The Cold Fusion team.
3, 2.
It's looking. They didn't get very far, did they, Scoop?
Activate.
Now, I think Robin Herrick and his team of nuclear engineers are going to be difficult to beat with Body Hammer. The conical shape will make it
Nuclear
awkward
engineers.
to knock out. It's powered by 4 power tool motors. It's got a hardened outer shell.
Good to it.
It's got that hammer, but it needs to get through the maze first.
We're Team Cold Fusion, and this is our robot, Body Hammer.
Can it get past the drills? It's being very, very
Yeah, I think you're right, Bert. Yeah, want someone to take a swing at it.
Through the 2 grids.
That was good,
Up come
wasn't
the
it?
spikes.
The slow
3M with a
rotate,
quick turn.
the pathetic little hammer, the 2 guys just staring into the mid-distance. Did well.
The Canaries, bit of touch and go at the end there.
Well, that was impressive. That was very, very impressive. Well done.
Bodyhammer completing the course in second place behind Full Metal Anorak.
Roboteers, stand by.
Team Warthog made up by two brothers and a friend, the Brown Boys, and Tom Anthony back in the pits.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Oliver Brown driving, Nick Brown his brother. Looking on, they're slow to get out of the turntable. Oh dear, and that's immediately stuck on that fence and dented.
This is Warthog. It's a middleweight robot, designed for speed and agility, and it uses its bodywork as its weaponry.
No, the blue camo trousers are amusing in the 80s.
Robots. So how many months' work was that?
I don't want to talk to you.
I reckon about 2 months to go 2 yards.
No comment.
You don't look desperately happy.
It's because I'm not.
Right. Well, on that note, we'll get back to the game.
And I was wrong. Talk of the
That
Devil's
was good.
performance
I mean,
is
he is a
good
sore
enough.
loser.
Warthog are worried.
He does care too much. But
To keep out of trouble, we're just defensive.
There is no other
But
robot
that
like
was
this one,
good.
is there? Good luck, guys. I wish you all the best. How can you be defensive with a giant Brussels sprout?
Roboteers, stand by.
Oh, did we see a bit of you back the mouse in the
Psycho
background
Sprout
there?
father and son team. Dad Chris Marston letting 16-year-old Toby drive.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Won't you roll away the stone?
Look at
Here
this
it comes.
guy.
It's out. The sphere controlled by a team that calls itself
Bud,
the Boy
wait until
Sprouts.
you see the innards of this robot.
Now,
Wait until you
the
see
Rolling
how this
Stone gathers no moss. The Rolling
works.
Sprout gathers a Sergeant Bash.
I think
Impaled.
I'm not sure
and I
where you
wonder
get to
how
see
on
the
earth he's gonna get
insides.
out of-
If you haven't seen, yeah, have a look at this.
Meet Psycho Sprite. Inside Psycho Sprite is a proprietary chassis with some of the components upgraded. The idea is that as this runs inside
Proprietary
the
chassis.
the truck actually climbs up the inside of the wall, and as the centre of gravity is far over to one side, the whole sprite actually rolls along.
That's telling us, young Toby, one of his hobbies is to grow.
Is calling a remote control car a proprietary chassis is that like an overformal team role?
And the spike. And I think Sergeant Bash is helping him along here, and I think he's helped him far enough.
Stop and deactivate robot.
Well now, Toby, that was basically you tried to reinvent the wheel, which I'm not so sure was such a bad idea in the first place.
Yes, well, won't be
Yeah,
trying
he's
that
a,
design again
he's
anyway.
a hamster ball
Thanks
bot.
very
Yeah.
much.
Psycho Sprout in third place with 9 metres. Warthog now very nervous.
Toby, what happened? It works now.
I know, it just at the wrong moment it starts to work again. I think there's probably a bit of interference by the TV cameras as well. That probably didn't help.
Yeah,
You can't blame the
it was
you
probably the
cannot
TV
blame the
cameras,
telly for your
guys.
lack of technology.
Well, it's worth a try.
Now, you're all scientists, guys, but can science help you against the house robots?
Most definitely. Science and design will always overcome brute power and ignorance.
So prove it. Which route are you
Science
taking
and
the
design will always
Well, actually, in the
overcome
first
brute
round,
power and
we'll take
ignorance.
the middle route. We want to be gentle on the house robots to start with.
In fact, you're going to avoid them altogether. You are
We're
aware
just
of the
gonna be-
pendulum, though, aren't you?
We are indeed aware of the pendulum, but that, again, we'll just bounce on
Yeah.
this.
Okay, off you go then. Good luck.
There's so many challenges, aren't there? Yeah, absolutely. You've no idea which way the car's
Craig
gone.
Williams and Tim Calladay are all big sci-fi fans.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Reality looks like a UFO. Taking on the ramp, as we first thought, there's a little alien. in that
Science and
cockpit.
technology will always
This is our
overcome.
robot. It's called Reality. It stands for Reverse Engineered Alien Technology.
Josie Hypatia is filling up the stream with £2. Psycho Preet.
Thank you, JC. That's a good one. Sorry, let's just hear. I think this name might be an acronym. I think it might be Brett. I think it might be next episode.
1.
But there is only one episode left, so it will have to be next
Reality
episode.
looks like a UFO. Taking on the ramp, as we first thought, there's a little alien in that cockpit. Can you see it?
This is our robot. It's called Reality. It stands for Reverse Engineered Alien Technology.
Is that a bullshit claim?
He ain't.
Do we think this might not be alien technology?
Out comes the drill.
Remember from the intro, this is based on an alien UFO.
9 miles an hour. Got a 25-degree maximum climb, powered by those 6 90-watt motors.
I think it is all duct tape, yeah.
The smoke won't hurt it.
Yeah, what's the armour made of?
Whether or not it can get up and over this ramp, already done enough to go through. Can it beat the course? And that pendulum, they're aware of it.
Thank you, Dimmick, for being here. But thank you, King of Time, for gifting us.
Guys, if I could deduct points for smugness, I would. How did that feel?
Fantastic. We were very worried and very concerned that it was going to hold together, but very relieved now. Yes.
Well done. An impressive demonstration.
Seemed a little bit nervy there, but he is through. And Warthog go out at this stage.
That's the end of the first event. Let's see how our teams are doing.
Well,
this is
is
Reality
great.
Looking very smug. Hardly any adjustments to make there because they did very well. Toby, are you doing all right?
Katie, if you'd like to suggest a Bobot, you are more than
Keep
welcome.
up the good work. And then here, talk of the devil. Excuse me. What are these dents? Still feeling a bit warm as well after Sergeant Bash.
It's still warm on top after the flamethrower. Yeah, it was, yeah. Sergeant Bash got hold of us and then went to town on us with toast now. So we've got to try and get this patched up before we get some fiberglass in there before the next round.
How are you feeling about the next round? Do you think you can do it?
We're lucky to be there, so we're going to give it our best shot in there. So.
Good for you. Good luck.
All right.
Toby, you want to be a botanist. Is this giant sprout your first step towards botany?
I don't know about botany, but it's my first step towards genetic engineering, I reckon.
Well, good luck. They're calling for you in the arena, so are you ready to go?
In this week's trial, our 5 surviving robots have to take on a steel maze called the Labyrinth. Now, there are lots of different routes through it, so only a complete idiot would ever end up going down a dead end. What makes it particularly difficult is that all the time you're being attacked, not only by your fellow competitors, but by the superheated halitosis of Sergeant Bash.
Right, well, Josie's just beaten you to that one. That's already on the list, Katie.
And Matilda, who is always in a bad mood. But then wouldn't you be if you had a chainsaw sticking out of your bottom? As usual, the last one to reach the end zone, or the one that covers the least distance, will be killed and eaten.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
It's a robot fighting.
And immediately, the Roboteers face a sort of chicane. Too many robots, not enough entrance gates to the maze.
Look, there's no need to commit now, Katie. Feel free to watch have a look at the, get a taste for all the
Wonder about
Bobots.
this outer shell of reality. It looks
Let
to me
me
as if
know.
it's made out of cold spaghetti.
Yeah, what's the deal here? It's like
Body hammer is in there as well,
they're
doing its
all
little bit.
okay.
Has to avoid those deadly spikes. And has a clear run through the middle there, body hammer. I think this one could go all the way. Mind you, Shunt is waiting. And here's Sergeant Bash to take on Talk of the Devil.
Yeah, there's so many options, aren't
Getting
there?
in underneath, Sergeant Bash.
Look, anyone could
Wise,
suggest
really
a
wise, but he's shot past him
Bobot.
now, and that's good manoeuvring. Body hammer's in the way. Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
the
Psycho
sprite's
Sprout
not moved.
back in the starting grid. Strange tactics indeed.
The sprite's
Talk
not
of the Devil.
moved.
Talk of full metal anorak. Around the edge, he's only got one more. Little bit of maze to do. And full metal anorak is
Full metal anorak's through.
No wonder Paul Baxter is delighted. And look at this, he's fed up with
There
waiting.
are plenty of
I
culturally
think he's trying to
insensitive
help out the others,
Bobots.
I'm not too sure. Yes, he is.
I'm not sure
He's
how
giving
insensitive that one
Matilda a
was.
shunt up the backside.
Yeah, Josie's playing a blinder on
Metal
that.
anorak.
Josie's playing a blinder
vicious
on
assault. You
Bobots.
don't want to get yourself hurt, not at this stage, with time ticking down on the rest.
Cease.
But it doesn't matter that it's all over, because Psycho Sprout has gone backwards.
Now then, that was a fine performance. Any problems?
Bit of wheel spin and boredom. I went and did a bit of damage with Matilda in the end.
It is funny.
Well,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
one way of looking at it. I can't really finish this without having a word with you. 6 feet forwards and then 7 feet back.
Yeah, well, I got into that corner, and once the sprite had decided it wasn't going to let me
You
stop
copped it up.
So, yeah, actually.
So there we are. Well done, everybody. Set you.
Commiserations to the Psycho Sprout team, their robot vegetating on the starting line and rolling out of the competition.
Now,
Hang
Paul,
on.
you actually said in there
Hang
to
on,
Jeremy that you'd got a bit bored. Now, Paul.
They've just spelt it wrong, haven't they, on this graphic? They've just not bothered.
Yeah, actually.
So there we are.
He could have said so many things, Dipper. There's so many things he could have said.
To the Psycho Sprout team, their robot vegetating on the starting line and rolling.
Look at this spelling of Psycho Sprout. Oh, there we go. How's no one checked that?
Out of the competition.
Now, Paul, you actually said in there to Jeremy that you'd got a bit
Yeah,
bored.
is that what you want,
I was
Josie?
amazed how quick I got through to the finish, and I
I'm
looked
gonna
back
write that down.
and noticed some of the guys in trouble, so I went back and had a second go.
Yeah, I will. I'm writing it down as we speak with correct misspelling.
You really think you've blown them
I
right?
saw smoke pouring out
S
the
C
wheel
H O.
guards. So there's something blown in there. It'll go again.
Okay, well, we'll catch up with you and find out. See you later.
Everything just went against us. There just wasn't
Okay.
enough leeway. It didn't have a hose.
I've recorded the incorrect spelling.
We'll be back next year. Got a bit of a major problem here.
What's your major problem? You did very well,
The
didn't you?
wheel has snapped off, and we've got to look at the gearbox, and we might have to send for a replacement shaft from the makers of the motor. They overheard us saying we were going to go for Matilda. That's what we did, but unfortunately they got there first.
I keep advising people not to combat directly with our house robots.
We've got to
Does
give it a
anyone
go.
ever listen to me? Nope, no one ever listens to a thing I say.
Okay, so we move on
You
now
should
to the
listen to Telephone.
semi-finals, which will be presided over by the usual panel of judges. Now, they're going to be looking for damage, control, style, and aggression, but we hope they won't be needed.
replacement shaft.
We hope that the Roboteers will get out there and smash their opponents into pieces so small that they'll actually be classified as dust.
I have some important news for you. I want to tell you who you're up against.
Yeah, I've heard that, Timber. Yeah.
Who've we got?
Who would you like?
Allegedly.
Anybody as big as we are.
Who would you like?
Anybody very small with no armour.
Okay, you got Talk of the Devil.
That'll do.
Have you seen this here?
Put the plaster on there, so. We've patched him up there, so I mean.
How do you feel about Body Hammer?
Well, I'd rather one of the other smaller ones, right? But they're all as good as each other, and
They do have that female judge, don't they, in a couple of series time?
Don't dismantle it again.
Body Hammer, where's your hammer?
Well, we had a small problem. Yeah.
What did you change it for then?
The weapons pod is now a destructor instead.
Okay. I
A
hope it works.
destructor.
Well, they've been mighty
Myra,
throughout,
that's
but I
right.
wonder if that'll make a difference for this semi-final.
Is there a juddering noise?
Roboteers,
Was it one of the
stand
robots?
by. 3, 2.
The weapons pod is now a destructor. Going on, yeah.
Well, even though it lacks weaponry, Body
That
Hammer will
feels
still be
in the
quicker.
realm
Talk
of
the Devil,
an
driven by Adam
overformal
Pengilly,
team
slow
thing.
off the mark and difficult to manoeuvre. And if there is no damage done, the judges will look for control and style. For that, of course, damage and aggression, very, very valuable. And the plaster protection already punctured. And there's the power of those 4 motors within that copper-coloured Body Hammer coating. And Talk of the Devil is now open to the mercy or the devilry.
Does that count as a
of
bullshit
Dead Metal.
claim to say something like the weapons pod is now a destructor?
They realise they're in major trouble. Body Hammer seems to be doing.
Well, I would have said that, okay, but I've been told from what I thought was a reliable source that it's a destructor.
Talk of the Devil.
The weapons pod is
One
now a
last stab at
destructor.
it. In goes Body Hammer again, crushing blow. Talk of the Devil looks like a
Yeah.
pig, now a stuck pig.
Robo-Cho, just taking a bashing, isn't it?
And Body Hammer doing the damage and closing in for the kill.
Cease.
Well, now, we must have a chat about that. First of all, congratulations. Second, you were aiming for its back where its cutting blade was.
I was aiming for the side. I need a bit more practice.
You do not need more practice. That was a masterful display, and then I love taking on Dan
Masterful
McElroy.
display.
That was a brave call.
We've got to
Yeah,
try
the
out our
tangent
capabilities, see
showbox.
what we can do.
Is that a
I mean, it
proprietary
was brilliant,
chassis,
'cause I love the
Jesse?
speed, I love the manoeuvrability, and I love your aggression. You're through. Thanks very much.
Yes, indeed. Let's take one final look at Body Hammer, giving Talk of the Devil a very heavy body blow.
Where's that? Where's that happened?
Guys, you've barely sustained a
Why does that keep
scratch.
happening? Where's that gone? Come back. Oh, it's back. Yeah, okay. Just sort of asking it in a pathetic tone seemed to work.
The Devil, a very heavy body blow.
Guys, you've barely sustained a scratch on your beautiful finish.
Little bit of a bend.
Here and there. Played it safe, played it cool.
Well done. It's a stunning fight. Are you going to put the hammer back in for the final?
Oh, we haven't made our mind up yet. Probably.
You better hurry up. Haven't got long. You sustained some damage.
Still in one piece, as I say.
Well, no scratches there,
Look
no.
at the side of this. That was dead
head's
metal
nearly-
that did that. Was it a bit of duff engineering?
No. No. Never. I don't do duff engineering.
Robot ears.
What's
stand
it, duff
by.
engineering?
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Now, right at the start of the programme, Paul Baxter,
Okay.
driver of Full Metal Anorak there at the top of your picture, said watch out for his blade at the front of his stealth bomber.
Yeah, watch out for the blade.
Reality team, concentrated. Wonder how long that UFO framework will hold out, though. Just checking each other out at the moment, and in comes the sergeant. And that bodywork did resist the circular saw. Looks okay to me. And then there are the spikes.
Sergeant Bash's saw is not very good in this
So at
series,
this
is
moment
it?
in time, Reality
It's
just
fallen off
squeezing the judges
twice.
more than Full Metal Anorak. Their decision is final, not mine. If it goes the distance, and certainly that blade not operational at the moment for Paul Baxter with Full Metal Anorak. He can't manoeuvre himself into position to have a go at Reality, who would be on top for me because of their control, style, and aggression. No real damage caused.
Oh, they're going
just
near to
missed
the
out on the grid
deadly
there.
grate.
Now, is Paul Baxter using excessive evasion, trying to dodge Reality, coming in with the spikes? Is he running away too much? In other words, because the judges don't like it, is he a little yellow-bellied Full Metal Anorak? In he goes, though. Oh, but he's gone the wrong way. He's on the grid.
He's
And that'll
gone
be
onto
it.
the,
Reality will be through because he won't get off there.
Does the term yellow bellies have an unfortunate
Victory
origin?
for Richard Finch, Craig Williams and Tim Calladine. And Paul Baxter
That
is out, and he
might
knows
mean I
it.
should tick a box.
For a very long time there, I thought it was going to be stalemate.
It was. He was running away quite rapidly, but we managed to skewer him a few times and just wear him down. It was fantastic.
Well, congratulations. You're through to the next round with the noisiest
It's
machine
not
of the
racist,
lot.
that's good.
That sounds almost like a
That's a
demented,
relief,
mechanized
Jason.
cricket to me.
They refers to yellow-bellied birds.
Hey.
Oh, that's good.
They had a superior design, I'm afraid, and just wore me down. That's the way life is.
It was
It's
close.
thought it's
though.
four humours
It was
based.
closer than I thought it would be. I thought they'd trounce me straight away, but we got a couple of minutes out of it, which is good.
So
Good
it's just
fun,
the
laugh.
yellow-bellied
What damage?
sapsucker.
Just a bit of body work. Nothing a big hammer won't put right.
It was a close run thing, that, wasn't it?
It was. We were worried at one time when we went up and then the
If you-
spikes
yeah,
came
that's-
up from underneath. We
that's
thought we were going to
good
be really
Googling,
damaged like that, but it looks like we've come out pretty unscathed.
If your robot's using excessive
flag.
evasion, you're yellow-bellied.
Is that Sergeant Bash's fault? It's a great show, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Can't believe that's got through to the final.
It's almost unbelievable that tonight's final is between the chirping monkey's breakfast from Gloucester.
Monkey's
Worcester, you're from
breakfast.
Gloucester, aren't you? With the coal scuttle. Are you ready?
Yep, that's right.
You
Sheep
ready?
raising in mustard
ready.
fields
Go on
will
then,
dust
get in
above
your
both
booths
the
and let's have
hospital
some
and society
fighting.
electoral. Many possible origins. That's interesting. I'm glad we've learned something. This all feels worthwhile now.
Robot ears, stand by.
Okay, who's going to win this one?
Three, two,
No, you're right, go on, absolutely.
activate.
So, which will become our 5th robot through to the grand final by winning here now? The boys from Bodyhammer or the reality team? Bodyhammer, again, quick off the mark. Speedy on the turn. Away from the house robots. Reality tries to snap with the prongs. Matilda in on Bodyhammer. Bodyhammer spinning away from Matilda, who looks even more ugly tonight. And thrusting Reality against that spike.
It's odd that they do have the kind of corner zones marked, but they don't seem to stick to the rules, do they?
She's suffering from
Yeah, you can see where he gets it from, Governor.
Mechanical tension, of course. Tries to get back off the
Oh, they've gone onto the grate.
Bodyhammer's on the grill. Come on, Reality boys, get in there, that's what they're saying. Matilda's already there. Bodyhammer on the grill. Hold the torch, though, for the Reality team. In it comes with the prongs. No, you don't take on shunt, you take on Bodyhammer. Bodyhammer's off that grill. Give it a little bit of a shunt in the
They've made an interesting decision, haven't they, for the house robots will correct them off the grills. I guess because it's boring. Although Shunt has beached themselves, haven't they?
It'll be out. Bodyhammer will have won it, so get out of there, boys. Bodyhammer turns away then from the sergeant in the background. Shunt there on the grill is immobilized.
Oh, they've been a bit unlucky here, haven't they?
It's all over for the Reality boys, and Bodyhammer will be the winners.
Because the house robot freed Bodyhammer, and then they got stuck, and no one freed them. That is a fluke win, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely a fluke win.
Huge congratulations, well done. You look like you weren't expecting that.
We weren't sure.
Because I think
It does
the
feel
problem
rigged,
was their
doesn't it?
wheel came off.
That is the way the
they did
Bobot
sustain
crumbles,
damage,
and it was
yours
good
is
that
still
they spun
fine,
it.
yeah?
It's still driving.
You're happy?
It's a shame that the tinfoil one
That's
wasn't
what I
on
like to
fire.
hear, because you're through to the grand final. We're back next week. See you then.
See you then, Jeremy. More like shoddy hammer. Yeah, that's showed.
It's a bit dodgy at one point.
It's close, wasn't it? Very close. Bad driving. We were still moving, look. We should have won that. They were twice our weight.
We'll be back.
Oh, sore losers, sore losers. Sore losers right at the end. Body scammer. Right, okay, let's take a quick break and then we will come back for the grand final. Grand final of the Robot War to End All Wars. Right, okay, let's oh, what damage?
On the fridge for 10 points. Give it some real damage for 25 points and 50 points if you can. They make it to the end and they just need to hold. 10 points if you can break the glass on the washing machine door. 25 points for damaging the rest of it, and 50 points the litter bin. Getting in the path of their too close. Too close! Move away before you get a hasty two 12-volt sealed lead-acid batteries. This is salvage, a concoction of spare parts thrown together to create a mod powered by a 4 horsepower. And they've won! On to the next round for them! Goodbye. It stalled! That flip just stalled them! That's scorching away! The heat beginning to cause some damage. Pushed into Sergeant Bash! On the offensive now, with those... You don't want to get too close to the edge. The wooden body shell, unarmoured and open to... It's armed with a 12-volt motor-powered axe that can inflict a lot of... Proving hard to get through the titanium, although get ready to do battle in the Robot Wars TV studio. There's the pit, ready to host the all-out war of the Kevlar, doing well against the... And it might be like straight into... Wow, there's debris everywhere and just... Oh, very festive sight with the coloured lights, but someone tell them... This isn't the pit here on the aircraft carrier is particularly deadly. That deck lift full of explosives will turn even the toughest robot. It's looking very pretty in pink with that pink fur covering. I'm sure a high cuboid chassis type. Quite popular in the crates, not the highest scoring objects to destroy, but 20 points could make all the difference in the Matilda pushes them into the pit of oblivion. Ah! Forever blowing bubbles. With the cruel jaws slowly but surely cutting into the metal with huge strength, and it's really the blade thuds in and it misses. You're gonna have to move faster than that. Out they go. The escalator won't bring them back. In with the spiky steel mace is capable of making a serious dent if they can. And they drop onto the tracks. They won't be getting back, just asking to be crushed. They brought that on themselves that time. That's the end of their... Whoa! Hail the new arena champion! And one of the most welded... And the pincers holding what's left of it. And that was saw whirring. Each of those crates worth 10 points on your score in collateral damage if you destroy them. 5 for just damaging. Time's up, and it's gone to a judge's decision. Not this time, but I'm sure they'll be back for another try. At the covered, the mace is on target. Not much damage. Having trouble getting the lance. Covered. Oh dear. Not up and away. Bet they... It's armed with a large built-in flipper that can lift over 100 kilos. No one is... It should be straight back in. They're well armoured with that Kevlar and titanium aluminium alloy. One of the least expensive robots in the competition, this one, but a better luck next time. Just not quite nippy enough to see off. And as the time runs out, we have an undisputed... It has a heavy-duty torch cutter designed to blast molten metal and gas. A highly thought... Driving straight into the switch on the arena wall. You'll have to try harder. And looking for a good scrap in the scrapyard. Here's a robot, 20 points for causing damage to the chimneys. They're tough, so make sure you're up to the challenge. 50 points for... It's a terrifying, toothy... Time's up! The bomb explodes! And another competitor is left. To rush. Which robots? The motor's blown! And the saw's a wet robot. It's not... Can they rescue themselves? The heater wasting the armoured shell. The chainsaw having great difficulty getting... There goes the glass. Here comes Bash with his cutting pincher. Ooh, look out, it's back. It hits. That's just a scratch as the spikes. Matilda daintily lines them up by the pits. Thank you very much. Oh dear. We'll never make... Don't play near the airlock. Immediately attacking. So armoured in lightweight titanium. Burn up. It's armed with a 30-centimetre titanium spike. Driven forward. That's the end of the final. Only one robot remains. Victorious. The rest. The titanium armour provides a good degree of protection from cutting. 100 points for the great... Let the war... The Perspex armour...
Okay, it's time for the final. Who's going to win the first robot war? Okay, sounds up.
Last week, Body Hammer fought his way into
It's
our
exciting,
grand
isn't it?
final to face previous victors. Roadblock from Show 1, Recyclops from Show 2, Robot the Bruce from Show 3, and Cunning Plan, who will join them in the race to become the first British Robot Wars champion.
Cunning Plan. So there's another heat, and then at the end there's just a big fight, and that's how they decide the winner.
Jeremy Clarkson. Throughout history, warmongers have promised that their conflict would be the mother of all battles. But tonight...
What? What's this?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the warmonger of Robot Wars,
The warmonger of Robot Wars.
Throughout history, warmongers have promised that their conflict would be the mother of all battles. But tonight, we're going to show them how a proper war should be fought. The whole series has been leading up to tonight's final showdown, and from throughout the land, we're getting reports of a nation on tenterhooks. Men attending their allotments. Women are cooking supper. Children are tucked up in bed dreaming of the day when they can have a pony. But here in the East End of London, we have 6 more robots revved up and ready to fight it out for that last place in the final showdown. A battle that would be held at the end of tonight's programme.
I think the gender
Before
role
we
was
fire
a
up
bit
the
sexist there,
flamethrowers
wasn't it?
and charge up the chainsaws in this half-hour homage to Greenpeace, let's meet them.
First, from Oxford, Scarab.
A durable-looking robot weighing in at 86.3 kilograms, Scarab
Yeah, none of the
utilises
joke
2
war, exactly.
suspension springs salvaged from a 1923
Scarab.
vintage car.
From Mitcham, the Blob.
Do you want to hear that
Covered
again,
in
Motor
graffiti,
90?
but determined to make a clean name for its Scarab. A durable-looking robot weighing in.
Yeah, they did. They did crash it straight to the wall.
Scarab
Yeah.
utilises 2 suspension springs salvaged from a 1923 vintage car.
From Mitcham, the Blob.
Covered in graffiti, but determined to make a clean name for itself and a clear run at
Blob.
speeds of up to 15 miles an hour. But in practice, it's been a lot slower and more ponderous.
I don't
than
think
that.
graphic design is their passion.
From King Edward VI Grammar School, Tracy.
Might have a girl's name, but nothing ladylike about our Tracy, made of welded steel with deadly spikes and a very low centre of gravity.
That feels
only
in the
20
realm of
centimetres high.
sexism, doesn't it?
From Enfield, Elvis.
Yes, the
Here's
king
Elvis.
is alive and protected by a pneumatic expanding rivet ram at
Now
the
that's
front.
got a face.
And a body shell which gyrates just like Elvis the Pelvis.
Just like Elvis the Pelvis.
Prince of Darkness.
This
The Blob is
homemade
fun.
robot weighs in at 27.2 kilograms and runs off 2 14.4 volt drill motors. Not the most aesthetically pleasing robot, but certainly
Which
powerful.
bit was sexist? Elvis the
From
Pelvis?
Maidenhead, Eubank, the Mouse.
Sorry.
Driven by 2
Oh, here he
wheelchair motors,
is.
This nippy rodent travels at 15 miles an hour and threatens all opponents with a mean right hook left cross combination.
No, hang on, let's see
Those
that
the final
again.
6 contenders.
These
to
are good,
show
aren't they? This is good. This is
From
good.
Sutton, Prince of Darkness.
This homemade robot weighs in at 27.2
It's so
kilograms
funny
and
that
runs
this
on
is called
14.4
Prince of
volt
Darkness as
drill
well.
motors. Not the most aesthetically pleasing robot, but certainly powerful.
From Maidenhead, Eubank,
Here he is.
Driven by 2 12-volt wheelchair motors, this nippy rodent
Absolutely
travels
is,
at
okay,
15
yeah.
miles an hour and threatens all opponents.
Oh
with a
yeah,
mean
that
right
was
hook, left
that was
cross
sexist.
combination.
Yeah.
Those the final 6 contenders to show their mettle in Robot Wars. Back to you, Jeremy.
Right, now you've met the metal, it's time to test the testosterone with our first event.
Please welcome defending the gauntlet tonight, our house robots, the matriarch Matilda. There's Dead Metal with those
Yeah,
rather
now the
powerful
emote makes
pincers at the
sense.
front, and Sergeant Bash. As ever, our robots have to avoid these and the traps and obstacles that are set in their way to astonish, flummox, and downright incapacitate them.
You know, in the olden days, a gauntlet was a type of glove. Right, Roboteers, I challenge you. Be more
Yeah, it looks like it's
interesting
worked.
than
Doesn't it?
Roboteers, stand by.
Ooh, driver Phil Patching with the Blob looks nervous. His engineers Gareth Monday and Simon Carroll.
3, 2,
The Blob looks nervous.
activate.
That's fantastic.
Driven by that 12-volt electric battery.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Can be run at 24 volts. Lead to overheating, though. Well, certainly the sergeant can with his flamethrower. And Dead Metal closes, and here comes Matilda round the back to join in the fun. Driving Blob again towards the ramp this
yeah,
time.
go on, there was a time for
Matilda's
that.
tusks are
Hang on.
grizzly.
Hang on. Let's...
In goes Dead
This has been a
Metal.
good episode so far. There's a lot going
Can
on.
with his lead to
2,
Okay.
1,
Oh, no, hang on.
activate.
Roboteers, I challenge you. Be more interesting than that.
Roboteers, stand by.
That was rude for a start.
Ooh, driver Phil Patching with the Blob looks nervous. His engineers Gareth Monday and Simon
Maybe
Carroll.
you're right,
3,
Jason.
2, 1, activate.
Driven by that 12-volt electric battery. Can be run at 24 volts. Lead to overheating, though. Well, certainly the sergeant can with his flamethrower. And Dead Metal closes, and here comes Matilda round the back to join in the fun. Driving Blob again towards the ramp this time. Matilda's tusks are grizzly. In goes Dead Metal.
Oh.
The Blob. It's built for the heavyweight division. It's a heavy robot, and it's going to crash and bash, and we're going to crash and bash with this.
Gonna crash and bash with it.
Are you sure? A lot of crashing, a lot of bashing, and the Blob isn't doing any of it.
Yeah,
Matilda
I've really revised my opinion
Driver
of
Phil told
Jeremy
us one of the
Clarkson
things we had
based
to
on
look out for
this.
here was grotesque ugliness. On the robot, that is.
And I didn't think it could be revised down.
So, using the power of hindsight, what changes would you have made to strategy there?
Choose another driver, really.
And then the machine broke down as well?
I think, yeah, probably cook the electrics or something like that. But I think, you know, with bigger motors, a bit more ramming power, take them out, burn them up.
But you didn't do any of that. Still, well done. You got, I don't know, a few feet.
Oh, popular team, though. I hope they're back for later on. First to go, of course, they're top of the leaderboard
Also,
with
there's a
7
very
metres.
tedious dad thing, where even though the results are all measured in metres, he always uses imperial
Driver Neil
measurements
Lambert
when he
is
talks.
23. He's a special effects
Yeah,
artist.
bigger
who wants to
motors
work
take
on
them out and
feature
burn them up.
films.
Is that what Elvis is going to do?
2, 1, activate.
Elvis is obviously still with us.
He really is, Bernstein.
Sparkly
Because
light
when it
shade.
is bad, the worst thing to do is point that out, right?
Only a tiny ground clearance.
Hi, I'm Neil from Team Orange Pill. It's my heavyweight robot where Elvis lives. Can have one of these though.
I'm not too sure whether Elvis would have wanted one.
No, I'm not sure
the light
Elvis would have
shade
wanted
moves.
a
Here comes the
spike.
sergeant with the saw and already making dents in the pretty paintwork.
It's funny that
His
Elvis's
wreck.
main thing seems to be that it can expose its, like it exposes its
Nowhere at
innards.
the moment. He needs some blue suede shoes to get out of there. Oh, you hound dog, sergeant.
Exactly, like, why? Yeah, that's the design.
Jack Villeneuve, except he's world champion and you're not. What on earth went wrong there?
Obviously, not quite my sport. Need to practice my old driving skills there a bit.
Still, thanks very much for coming, and now go home.
And I think they will be with 2.75 metres. That isn't very far, boys.
Not very far,
Robot
boys.
is stand by.
The Tracy team from King Edward VI Grammar School in Chelmsford.
Awesome,
The driver is Andrew Rockcliffe, head of electronics.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Tracy stands
They
for
do come back
Terrestrial
with it,
Robotic
yeah.
Artificial Computerized
And it's only slightly
Intelligent
better.
Engine. Now you know. Away from Bash, slowly, very slowly. In comes
What
the
was the
flamethrower to
roll
Rido.
of it?
This is our robot, Tracy.
It's
in the heavyweight category, and as you can see, she's quite sturdily built. It's got a unique facility that can turn upside down and still continue going, which is why I have the casters on both top and
Head
bottom.
of electronics, absolutely.
Spikes is
Absolutely.
the weapon too. Ew, there's the sergeant's saw and flamethrower. You can flip it over. It'll move on both sides, but not very far.
Stop and deactivate robot.
Even then, applying that role directly to the team.
No. And what was different about it?
It was hard. It was very difficult.
Oh dear. Should have called it Sharon. Would have been better. Right, well, there we are. Well done anyway. You got about halfway.
Just
Should have
over, in
called it
fact,
Sharon.
that pleases the supporters of the Tracy team because they're top of the leaderboard with 8.7 metres.
Robot is stand by.
Steve
Okay,
Dove, a
here's the
40-year-old
boy.
manufacturing supervisor, is the driver of the Mouse.
3, 2, 1.
Alternating between the names Evac the Mouse and just the Mouse.
Hole he comes past our own kitty cats. There's
It
the
moves so
sergeant and
gracefully.
Dead Metal. And up against their power, 2 boxing gloves and a deadly right hook and left cross, says Steve. Very nippy though. A 0 turning circle. Low ground clearance, nothing's going to get underneath that. Away from the spikes, away from Dead Metal, top of your picture, and Matilda. Oh, tremendous stuff!
Oh,
And it's
look at that. Well done, Evac.
I don't like to see my pets being beaten, but that was great.
Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Did you really expect to be able to beat them?
No, I was hoping to get about halfway and then I thought they'd just get me.
That was just great. Marvellous mouse. Well done.
Terrific robot, great entertainment,
Marvellous
and the
mouse.
Mouse top of the leaderboard, the only one through to complete.
Robot is stand by.
The ISIS team members in your picture there, Jonathan Attias and Chris Crosskey.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Yeah, King
named
Evac.
after an ancient
Now the
Egyptian
guy
beetle,
driving
like
this
a
one
birthday cake on wheels.
does look a
Beyond
bit.
Sergeant Bash's
Hang on, I want to see him
flamethrower,
again. I
very
want to see him again.
slowly,
Broken
very
file.
securely.
Team
Very powerful,
ISIS,
actually,
yeah,
with the 2
yeah, they are
motors.
called Team ISIS.
Big weapon on top, a steel bar. As Dead Metal goes to close.
Yeah, the guy driving this does look a bit like
Crosskey looks more like Chris
a
Cross
friend of
there.
mine and Josie's,
We're
a
Team
comedian,
ISIS from
Tony
Oxford.
Quixote.
This is our robot Scarab. It's driven by 2 wheelchair motors, and the main feature of it is this hammer, which is sprung loaded, and we rewind it using a car starter motor.
Well, they may well be slow, but they've already beaten the 2.75 metres.
Yeah, a young Tony.
And I think they've gone all the way. They have.
You made it. That's a very plodding robot you've got there.
It's got a bit of power in it. But
bit of power, but not much speed.
that's about as fast as we can get it to go, I'm afraid.
What's it like when you're being attacked by those
Get
things?
it to go.
I wasn't really paying much attention to them, actually. Just trying to force my way through.
Right, deduct points for smugness. Well done, though. That was a good, steady performance.
Jonathan and Chris have done enough with the Scarab team in second place, and they're safely through.
It's not looking good for Elvis.
Stand by.
Prince of Darkness, driven by
Oh,
16-year-old John
what's that?
Scott.
What's that?
All
All glasses.
teenagers,
Hang on.
the
Let's
green
review.
shorts
Let's review.
This is the Prince.
Robot
have done enough.
Oh, you're
with the
right. You're
Scarab
right.
team.
Wasn't really paying.
But not much speed.
You're right. That's
That's
a.
fast as we can
That's
get it to
a.
go, I'm afraid.
These are
What's it like
glasses.
when you're being
These are
attacked by those
glasses.
things?
I wasn't really paying much attention to them, actually. Just trying to force my way through.
Right, deduct points for smugness. Well done,
It's
though.
highly
That was a
spectacle too.
good, steady performance.
Jonathan and Chris have done enough with the Scarab team in second place, and they're safely through.
Robot ears, stand by.
Prince of Darkness, driven by 16-year-old John
calling
Scott,
it
the team,
team
all
access.
teenagers at the Green Shore School in Sutton.
This is the Prince of Darkness. We built this in under 5 hours. It's powered by two powerful
It does
motors
look, to be
all
fair,
actually on a motor car.
to be fair, it does look like it was built in under 5 hours.
1.
He does.
Those two motors
Yeah.
come from
That-
domestic power tools.
Well done, Josie, for a very local reference.
Old sort of go-karts you made, though, when you're about 7.
Yeah, that's good.
2 boxes and 2 old rubber wheels at the back. The flame torch will destroy them, or the steam jet. No! The Prince of Darkness is going all the way!
Oh,
Look
well
at that.
done, Prince of
until Matilda
Darkness.
came across, but did it cross the line first? They think so, but the judges say no. They've got to do it all again. It wasn't all the way over the line, and Matilda trades it against the spikes. Now, Matilda can't manoeuvre. They can get away this time. Can they cross the line once and for all? Yes, they can.
That is the worst robot I've ever seen in my life, and it crossed the line twice.
That thing can pull a car.
And what would have happened if Sergeant Bash had attacked it with his flamethrower?
It probably would have been a bit alike, but it would have been more spectacular for the audience.
Well, that's very, very
That thing
thoughtful of you
can
to bring
pull a
such a
car.
miserable little robot along. And amazingly, that's made it.
The Prince is through. The King has
It would have been more spectacular.
Matilda trades it against the spikes.
And Bird's entirely right. Yeah, long sleeve shirt under a short sleeve shirt is amusing
Can they cross the line once and for all? Yes, they can.
Let's just enjoy
That
this.
is the worst robot I've ever seen in my life, and it crossed the line twice.
That thing can pull a car.
And what would have happened if Sergeant Bash had attacked it with
Oh, we
his
can do,
flamethrower?
yeah. Although, I mean, it doesn't
Probably would have
matter,
been a
does
bit
it?
alike, but it would have been.
It doesn't matter.
But did it cross? The flame torch will destroy them, or the steam jet.
Let's have a look.
No, the Prince of Darkness is going all the way.
That looks quite over the line, doesn't it? But yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, until Matilda
That-
came across, but did it cross the line first?
Yeah, that's across more than Sky. Yeah, absolutely.
No, they've got to do it all again.
Yeah, all right. I'll give that as that's a bad judging decision. It's a bad judging decision. It's lads for shouting it can pull a car to Jeremy Clarkson. That's a bullshit claim though. It can pull a car. And the shirts are amusing
That is
notices.
the worst robot I've ever seen in my life, and it crossed the line twice.
That thing can pull a car.
And what would have happened if Sergeant Bash had attacked it with his flamethrower?
It probably would have been a bit alike, but it would have been more spectacular for the audience.
Well,
I think
that's
graphic
very,
design
very
for the
thoughtful
front
of you
as
to
well.
bring such a miserable little robot along. And amazingly, that's made it.
Yeah, thanks,
Prince
Nolan.
is
Yeah, it
through.
is.
The King has gone.
Technically.
Heartbreak Hotel for Elvis.
Oh, F for Elvis.
Obviously, I've damaged my paintwork there.
This, it was so beautiful as well, wasn't it?
Best part of it, that, wasn't it? Spent hours doing that.
It could pull.
Look at those
Yeah, that's
blackened by
right.
the house robots.
Yeah,
You can't
it's-
afford to be arrogant with them, you see.
That's right. The car is
They're gonna
particularly
die. They're going
vulnerable.
down, a bigger spike and more power.
Snooker. Let's be honest, not the most exciting sport ever to grace our television screens. Robot snooker, on the other hand, is right up there with nude powerboat racing. Here's how it works. Basically, each of our 5 remaining robots has been allocated to pockets. Now, when the action begins, they're going to leap out and spend the duration of the game trying
What's
to fill it
nude
up
in that
again
either?
with
Is
as
it the
many of these
boats?
balls as they possibly
Is it the boats that are nude?
Now, obviously, it's going to be mayhem out here.
I
There'll be
don't
balls
know,
going
Dimmer.
everywhere. It'll be own goal city, but we're not bothered. Because
Own
when
goal
time's
city?
up, the Roboteer with the least
Yeah,
amount of
you're-
balls in their
Jesse,
pocket will be taken outside,
obviously
tied
you're
to a
right,
post,
yeah.
and just left there. Really.
Yeah, and
Roboteers, stand by.
Do Bobot racing.
3.
Yeah, I think that's true, Westman. For this sole game, they did go to the Crucible. Yeah.
Well, the blob is very quickly out and breaks and is aggressive. And let me point out straight from the start, if more than one robot fails to score, then the least active of those robots
So
will
what the
go
hell is this
You've got to be
game?
active, you've got to be aggressive. And I wonder what's happened to Tracy, impaired on that side fence, it would seem. There's a long pot attempted by the Prince of Darkness, who very interestingly has that bucket on the front now to help it with a short little pot in there. That's the first.
He's so good. I like snooker.
Scarab equalises. Now they told me they're going to sit
It's a
on their
bit like
pocket
new
and
Bobot
protect
racing.
it
What, this
tactically.
or snooker?
Tracy's still stuck on the fence there to the left-hand side. And look at the Prince of Darkness
No,
with a
this
long
isn't
pot
like
attempted
snooker,
there.
is it?
Comes home just to edge it in. That's 3 balls. The blob tries to get one back. Go on. Go on. Oh.
Imagine if
so
this
close.
is your
The blob's
introduction to
still working
snooker.
hard. You see, Tracy can't, impaired there. And I think that the mouse seems to have broken down. The Prince of Darkness, though, ready to rack and stack them in. In goes the 4th ball off the bottom of your picture there. A 5th one
Odd
goes
that
in.
Eubank
The
doesn't
Prince
seem
of
to be
Darkness is
even
rolling
trying
in.
to move,
And
doesn't
there's
it?
the 6th for the Prince of
The
Darkness.
Prince of Darkness is smashing snooker.
He's through, so too the Scarab. Now, who was the least active of the rest with no balls? Oh no, I'm being told that the mouse has irreparably broken down and he's out. The mouse has gone chewed up by the kitty cats.
Oh, the mouse has irreparably broken
That's an
down,
impressive score.
unfortunately.
Mad, you weren't really up against much, were you?
No, I was quite glad actually the competition broke down because I thought I was going to be quite badly beaten up.
Yeah. What happened to yours then?
She's just a bitch.
What?
Saying cool, it's Sharon. I want to see a respray for the next round. Sharon, right? And you're out. Best looking
I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on.
Oh, it's the classic sad alert. It was now 50. We are gonna see that again. We are gonna see that again.
much, were you?
No, I was quite glad actually the competition broke down because I thought I was going to be quite badly beaten up.
Yeah, what happened to yours then?
She's just a bitch, to be quite honest.
Saying cool, it's Sharon.
I don't think
want
so,
to see
Jason.
a respray for the next round. Sharon, right? And you're out.
I'm out.
Best
Yeah,
looking
sadly,
one here.
it was a fix,
Well,
but
sounds like-
Eubank
on
couldn't
that,
win.
we'll move on to the next
Eubank
round,
was
I
there.
guess.
Eubank was made by one of the
It was a bit
by
of a tight
the
squeak.
team.
I'm afraid the mouse has
It was
gone
rigged.
out.
Fluke win.
Yeah.
I suppose Robot won't start for Eubank's irreparable
It's time
damage.
for the semi-finals where the real fighting begins. Now, in case our Roboteers don't get stuck in properly, the 4 house robots are on hand to garnish proceedings with a little chili sauce. And if at the end of the bout the
Was
2
rigged from the
robots
start,
are
yeah.
still running, we shall turn to our panel
Yeah,
of adjudicators
Mighty Mighty,
for
there
a
were-
decision. Now, they're going to be marking you Roboteers
There were 3 robots in the
for style,
series that were just there to make up the
violence,
numbers.
and aggression. I, on the other hand,
Yeah, I
am
think
only
you're right,
interested
Timber. Yeah,
in
I think if you're
violence.
calling
So
your
get out
robot a
there
bitch on children's
some.
TV, you care too much.
Roboteers, stand by.
Phil Patching and the heavyweight blob team, that weighs 68 kilograms.
No,
And
no,
there,
the sprite
Pete
was a
Kaiser,
real
the
one.
engineer, joining
The sprite was a genuine
in the
submission.
driver's box for the first
The
time.
3 stock robots were, they weren't Team Isis, were Eubank, WYSIWYG, and Grunt.
Like Dodgem cars out there. And here comes the torch. What on earth is Sergeant Bash doing so far out of his control area? Oh, look at that hammer blow. Missed. Thank goodness.
And let's come on, remember we're going to see the teams that won the previous episodes. If any of those had a woman in, there's an outside chance.
Side by are so difficult to escape from, especially with the sergeant coming in. Ah! You could be right. You could be stone dead. Oh! Rust in peace, the blob.
Oh, that's it. The blob's gone. Team ISIS are through to the final.
Robot, right, is the slowest here.
Probably, yes.
It is also the least powerful.
Yeah, first two episodes took
I don't know
pass.
about that.
It looks like cheese on toast and its hammer doesn't work and you still got through.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Amazing is one
Yeah,
way
I'm
of looking
sorry,
at it. Still, we'll see you in the next round.
I'm sorry, Mighty Mighty. One of them was driven by one of the judges' sons. One of them was driven by a random, a random Roboteer's girlfriend pulled out of the crowd.
Because we quite like that amateurish go-kart you made yourself in the garage.
I don't
feel
think
to
so.
it, but
Actually, I'm going to say no, it hasn't. I think there's lots of prime Bobot
So it's a 7-year-old go-kart with
in
wet
these
paint.
series.
3, 2.
Fizzy Pig, is that what you want, KT?
But it is the crowd favourite. It's David against heavyweight Goliath in the shape of Tracy. With those sharp prongs that
Pissy
could
Pig.
maim and damage and destroy. Don't forget, Tracy could be flipped up and over.
Yes,
and
Pete,
still
you see, is
survive.
Pete,
I'm
you
not
get.
too sure whether the Team Scimitar Prince of Darkness boys can do just that.
Team Scimitar. All the teams, they've all given
In
themselves
comes the spike.
quite
like
funny
a dagger
names,
to the
haven't they?
heart of the Prince of Darkness boys. Prince
Very
of
funny,
Darkness
they call
and
themselves
Tracy
Team
dancing together.
Scimitar. They've called their robot Prince of Darkness, and it's this kind of portrait of a wheelchair is what they brought in.
And surely that will immobilise Prince of Darkness. It's held now.
Yeah,
Pinned in by
right,
those sharp prongs. There's the puncture tire.
Oh, yeah, that's not looking good.
Very, very close towards the grid at the top of your picture. They wouldn't get out from there. I don't think they're going to escape anyway. Almost up and almost over. The Tracy boys pinning back the Prince of Darkness team. In comes the Sergeant and Dead Metal and Matilda. They sense the kill. It's almost all over, in like vultures. Oh dear, unfair play surely. 3 wheels on my wagon and I've got nowhere to go.
Tracy, well done, come on.
Oh, thanks, thank you, Gomalon, for gifting us up. Thank you, Josie, as always, for being here.
From the equation.
We did it for you.
Now look, you were very rude about that earlier. Called it rude names. What do you think now?
She's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous. See you in the next round.
I'm glad they've made up.
Slow-moving cheese on toast. Is that a reference to a comment that Jeremy made?
Yes, it is. We think it's desperately unfair. It looks more like a coffee cake.
I don't care what it looks like. How's it going to perform?
We think we've got the hammer working at last. Fingers crossed. And Kilotron, in order to help us uphold the honour of the Hammerbots, because we're the last one left, has lent us their
absolutely, Bert.
Because
I can't believe it was left here.
Tracy's electronics.
You've had an awful lot of problems with Tracy all the way through. How is it looking now?
Well, we're feeling confident. We've got everything sorted out, so we're looking for a good bout.
Okay. Good luck.
We also saw, but I don't think we were here for was it the second episode, the one with Mortis? You could see the Mortis guy clearly mouthing, "That's bullshit," about the judging decision.
A little,
I can't believe it just wasn't edited
Very
out.
nervous.
Very nervous, that's very honest. Good
I
man,
didn't
we'll
get offered
down in
home for
your
Christmas.
booths.
No, I've still
Let's
not seen
find
it.
out who it's going to be.
I don't think I have seen Pop Tart Bowl. How was the Twats Pie this year?
Roboteers, stand by.
There's the mace lent by Kilotron, an earlier
You
competitor.
don't know the
in
wrong
Robot
chat,
Wars.
Mighty.
1. Activate.
And the 2 heavyweights come together. Oh, and there are those dangerous prongs immediately coming into play
That
from
was good for
Tracy.
me.
We see
That's
what
fine.
damage they
No,
can
no,
cause.
I'm done.
Puncturing the side of Scarab. In come the house robots. Matilda bottom
Is this the
defeats and
final?
Dead Metal to the right-hand side.
Tracy
I wonder what
against
damage that's
Scarab.
caused, the
And
puncturing.
then we're going to see the grand final.
Scarab, I'll tell you what, he's ripped the flesh off Scarab.
The flesh has come off Scarab,
Trailing
yeah.
off one of the deadly prongs. And up against it, that mace is like a little school ground conquer against a juggernaut. In comes Tracy once again. Spinning, turning, good driving. Oh, he's out of control there again. Surely not mental enough to take on the sergeant. I don't know, though. Look at the damage caused.
Oh,
and
that's a very 90s thing for Jonathan to say, isn't it?
Takes on the Scarab with that sawtooth tail.
Not amusingly 90s.
And that could leave it immobile. I think the mace is out.
I should have an unamusingly 90s square as well, when someone says something outdated.
It's enough to take on Matilda's tusks, and that'll be earning points. The judges deciding on damage, aggression, control and style, and surely it'll go to points now. Surely it'll go to the judges, and Tracy now attacks the sergeant. Well, he's got some front.
Got to be a judge's decision. I mean, you see the action in there.
You see the action
Tracy
in there?
certainly was more aggressive and caused more damage right from the start. That's where the body shell of Scarab was pierced. Scarab tries to spin and knock it away, and that's what thrust Tracy into the patrol area. And then more damage caused it went on the attack. Damage caused to Scarab by Matilda. Tracy taking on Matilda. Oh, bored of Scarab. He knows he's already beaten Scarab, the Tracy driver. Now what shall I do? I'll take on the toughest of the lot, the sergeant.
Well, thanks for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to say we now have got a result, unanimous, judged as usual on damage, aggression, style and control. And the winner, Tracy!
Oh, Tracy takes it.
You really have got a fan club here, haven't you? Huge congratulations. Was it
That
fun?
guy's loving it.
It was awesome.
That bit when you got stuck, you must have thought it was all over.
I did, but one of the house robots helped us out, so that was great.
They're nice guys. I've been
Yeah,
saying
they
all
did,
along,
didn't
they're
they?
nice guys. And I love your sportsmanship. When the cheese on toast was being attacked, you were helping it out.
No, we just had to have a go at those house robots. Deeply satisfying.
Well, you've done it. You are through. You've earned yourself a place in the grand final. You better go get yourselves ready. Well done. Now, this is it. This is what the whole series has been leading up to.
This is what
An
we've been
orgy,
waiting
a
for.
six-way orgy of death and destruction.
And into the final from Heat 1, Roadblock diverting all opponents to take the glory road. From Heat 2, Recyclops with the extending tongue licking all opponents. From Heat 3, the brute
Yeah, I think he
force
did
of
say
Robot the Bruce.
he did say orgy, didn't he?
Glory road.
Get yourselves ready. Well done.
Let's just
Now, this is it. This is what the whole series has been leading up to. An orgy, a six-way orgy of death and destruction.
And into the final from Heat 1, Roadblock
six-way
diverting
orgy
all
of death and
opponents to take
destruction.
the glory road.
I don't know, Matty Matty.
From Heat 2,
Probably an admin
Recyclops
error.
with the extending tongue licking all opponents. From Heat 3, the brute force of Robot
Yeah,
the
six-way
Bruce.
orgy of death and destruction.
And our featherweight
Yeah,
pretender
I'm sorry,
Cunning
King of
Clan
Cyber.
speeding to victory in Heat 4. Next, the copper-coloured coal scuttle working out the maze in Heat 5. And they're all joined by tonight's winner, the not-so-ladylike Tracy.
Okay, here are the lads.
6 of them are going into the arena now for the very last time, and
I'm
the excitement
not
here
so
in the pits is
ladylike, Jonathan.
intense. We cannot wait to watch it. There'll be crowds around the monitor. We're going to enjoy this just as much as you are.
Indeed we are, Philippa. The final of Robot Wars.
Here we are. It's the grand final.
There they are, the drivers of Roadblock with its scooped front and body
Yeah,
hammer,
it
the
was.
cold fusion
Yeah, this is one of the
and
few
Red Scarab on the
orgies
right,
paid
driver
for
of
by the
Recyclops
BBC's
mixing their tongue. There's
education
cunning
budget.
plan from the University of Reading.
Yeah, it is,
And
isn't
Robot
it,
the
let's
Bruce
face it?
and Tracy from tonight.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
And this for the title, the first ever UK Robot Wars champion. Aggressive style already, especially
Yeah,
from
it is-
Tracy's
it is
fighting
slightly less
Recyclops.
fun, you know, he
And that
wins
allows
it,
Roadblock
but
to
yeah.
come in underneath. There's the extended tongue, but Recyclops can't flip Tracy over at this moment in time. Tracy comes back. There's Body Hammer in the spotlight briefly, and running away, Cunning Plan. Needs to get back into the action.
from the Extreme episode the other day. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the
yeah,
judges
no
will
problem.
mark for aggression, and Tracy's up on Cunning Plan, and both of them are out, immobilised. 4 left, Body Hammer and Recyclops, and Robert the Bruce there to the left-hand side, and the dangerous Roadblock, who's persisting in this attack on Recyclops, the most dangerous attacking robot otherwise in the field. But up on inside Recyclops, down it comes. The tongue takes a fearful bashing. Roadblock still pressurising.
I feel like Recyclops was the best robot. When it shows up on the screen, it should be to scale. Yeah,
Not
alright.
yet down. Robot the Bruce trying to get involved. Rex Garrard needs to get his tongue back in every sense of the word. Recyclops up the picture. There's the chain off Recyclops.
yeah.
And that attacking by Roadblock has paid off. Recyclops is out. They're down to 3. Body hammer. Roadblock behind it. And there's Robot the Bruce up on his side. And goes as well. And that leaves 2. The Roadblock team of
Yeah, George has gone as well.
against the team of Nuclear Engineers and Body Hammer. Here's Roadblock closing in on the far more experienced engineering team, getting in underneath. It's over. It goes to the judges. And
I feel like it could have gone. I feel like it could have gone on a bit longer, didn't it?
Well, I think that calls for a judge's decision. And while we await it, let's have a look at some of the action from that Battle Royal.
These the 6 bidding to become
Even the
champions
audio
of the
death
first series of
destruction,
Robot
don't we?
Wars. Recyclops, attacked by Roadblock. Roadblock in the thick of things again as Tracy takes out Cunning Plan and goes out herself.
It's good that we get the
Roadblock
picture-in-picture
then
of the judges
attacking Recyclops
deliberating.
and Roadblock the
Yeah.
Bruce. Just about anyone had a go at Recyclops, especially Roadblock. And
That was
Recyclops,
quite
the
funny.
chain came off in the end.
That's
Leaving
a lot,
3,
yeah.
and Roadblock putting out Robot the Bruce after a suicidal charge. And my money's on Roadblock, but let's see what the judges have to say.
All right, quieten down, everybody. Quieten down. We have a decision. A unanimous one from the judges that the winner, the British Robot Wars champion, Series 1, is Roadblock! You did it, guys! You did
No,
it!
well done, Roadblock.
There it is, the trophy. And a very, very well-earned one, if I may be so bold.
There's the lads.
What was that like?
Best time of my life. Absolutely loved it.
It really was absolutely breathtaking. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being absolutely magnificent winners, champions, and thank you, everyone at home, for watching. Good night.
Ah, tremendous stuff. Well done, 17-year-olds Hender Blewett and Chris Kinsey, and their teacher down at Bodmin Community College, Peter Kinsey, and their A-level project triumphing over the Nuclear Engineers of Body Hammer.
Yeah, it is funny that the A-level kids beat the nuclear scientists and everything.
But others are also recognised.
Oh, we get some awards.
The best engineered robot,
Nice.
Mortis from Cambridge University.
The sorest losers.
The Sportsmanship Award goes to the boys from Dublin and Nemesis.
nicest
They won a lot of
losers.
friends. The Best Design Award, the futuristic Lunderberg
How is it the best designed?
And the most original
Yes,
entry, the tasty
justice for the sprites. Very funny that the sprite won an award. Yeah, how did they spell it on that? How did they spell it on its award?
And the most original entry,
correctly.
the tasty looking.
Well, there we go. That was the first war. Congratulations to Roadblock. And hopefully that'll ensure peace in our time. You know, for robots. I think they probably did different A levels. You might do. Did you do Bobots? Yeah, I'm all for that. Yeah, that would be good, JC. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I don't think we need to rewatch the second war yet, do we? I think we watched. I think I did watch. I think I have showed all of that on stream before. So I'm just writing down this Bobot before I forget. Yeah, it's nice to finally have a bit of peace, isn't it? Right, let's go back here. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm going to publish a full book of the bingo cards. Oh no, King of Time. There's still plenty of Bobot Wars to go. I don't know if I'll do I don't know if I'll do Sunday because it's New Year's Eve. People might have plans. But no, we've got to the end of Extreme. The Robot Wars Extreme, although there are still two specials at the end of that one. A World Championship and I think a Forces special. And then we will move on to the fifth war. So there are plenty more Bobots to go. And I think from next week, I think the fifth war, on the fifth war, I'm going to alternate between fifth war British Robot Wars and Dutch Robot Wars, which was filmed at the same time. So I think we'll get to Dutch Robot Wars soon. I think that'll be fun. So I might do that Sunday. I'll let you know. I think I'm going to do wrestling tomorrow. I think I'll do wrestling tomorrow night. Yeah, I think Dutch War will be good. Yeah, not good, Freddie. And I'm not. I think it might be subtitled. I will check. I haven't actually looked it. It's on the same website as the other one, so it's been HD upscaled. Oh, it is subbed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll exactly, buddy. I'll probably be fluent by the end. I would imagine. Think it'll be fine. Right, I've got those Bobots. You've been looking through the Mech Plus lineup. So I think they might be. I think they might be in bed. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you can. I'll have a look, buddy. It does, yeah. I think that's relatively new, Josie. But yeah, there is now a Freeview channel, and I'm pretty sure their lineup is all the Robot Wars, and then there's two series of like a Chinese Robot Wars show, which I'm very excited to get to, and then the rest of that is like just James May stuff. Yeah, I could cover them with a black bar. That's true. That's true, buddy. Why haven't they hired me as a content? I think it's because I don't have permission to show it, do I? I'm doing this. I'm doing this semi legally. I'd imagine if they found out what I was doing, their instinct wouldn't be to hire me. Yeah, we'd do little songs in between the episodes. Yeah, I think so, Motivati. I think no charges have been filed. You should start a word of mouth campaign. Yeah, if you could. Yeah, I've got to contact them directly. Dr. Plem suggested I should send my truck streams of me crashing into North Korea or whatever to the truck game. They should follow the example of Dave and rename the Freeview channel to Pete. Do you think that would help them? I could be the robot Elvira. Oh, what the vampire lady? You think that could be me? I'm not sure. Yeah, that could be me. Well, that's kind. Thank you. Right, let's finish the stream. It is now tomorrow, but we did get through the full war. I think that's something, right? It's not nothing. How's the Bobots with it? They've been good. They've been good. Jeremy Clarkson described it as an orgy at one point. One of the guys called his robot a bitch. And there were other highlights, you know? Yes, it's been a 6-way orgy of death and destruction. That's right. There were a surprising number of swears, weren't there? Right, let's do a little raid. But yeah, it's been nice to do some bonus Bobots. I've written that terribly. Yeah, I'll let you know in the Discord. Feel free, if anyone is lurking and wants to join the Discord, you know, do that. Do that. I'll let you know what I'm doing tomorrow, but it'll probably be wrestling tomorrow night. I think I'll do that. Yeah, yeah. It does. Yeah, it is weird that the episode where the host made the most sexual references was the series where the contestants were quite young. But you know, that's what you get with Jeremy Clarkson, isn't it? Yeah, I might do Robot Wars on Sunday. I'll see. I'll have a think. That was good. That was good. That is the one redeeming bit of Clarkson I think we've seen. Was him just blanking the weird teacher guy. That was good. So yeah, Mighty Bobots on Sunday. They could move to Monday, New Year's Day robots maybe, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll ask. Maybe I'll ask in the Discord. Whether people want that on Sunday. But anyway, let's do the raid for now. We'll think about that later. Right. Good night, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the robots. Good night. And goodbye to everyone watching the VOD. Goodbye.